Louder!
And it's time for the Gore and More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
And what's going on, Gorehounds? Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore and More podcast. I am your not so mean, the Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing it in. That's right, Charlie. Thank you. And she knows, man. Well, I can't bring this shit show alone, and with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. And well, we got another full house again today, this week. So we're gonna change up the episode again a little bit. But before we get all into that, let me introduce everybody that's with me. So started off with that Dark Lord of Knowledge, that Chad Daddy, all the way down from the Chattahoochee, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
We have the Duke of the Dead, Lord Scuba, the Dean of the Deceased, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
It's go time, motherfuckers.
We have that killing machine, that delicious meat mountain, Mr. Babe Amone.
Let me sauce you up, peeps. How are you?
Is it the Arby's sauce, dude? Like, I hope so.
You have to find out for yourself.
Sauce?
In
That would make
25
more
days.
sense. That would be more fitting for sure.
You'll find out in 25 days.
That's true. Less than. We have the saucy Aussie all the way across from the other side of the world, that doppelganger kangabanger, Mr. Brody Kane.
Howdy, motherfuckers.
And here to eat your brains once again, we have that redhead of the dead, Miss Heather Dye.
Howdy. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday indeed. Today, yeah, I know Mondays are a little rough, but that's all right because it's the end of the day. It's Gore More time, and that makes it that much better.
Dude,
So
you have no idea how rough it was today.
It's all good, dude. I had one of those days myself. Today is the 12th of February. We are 2 days away from Valentine's Day, if you want to do all that shit. If you don't, cool that too. That just means the 15th you get discount candy. So, fucking A. That's always a good holiday for everybody, right? So today we are talking 1998's The Faculty. Well, I can't speak for the rest of y'all, but it has been a hot minute since I've watched this movie.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but not too long.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
I think high school.
Wow, really?
It hasn't been that long for me, but I will say, regardless, it was a good ride and a good rewatch for at least myself.
Absolutely, it was.
Yeah.
Very much with the times, as Lord Scuba said earlier before we went live. Yeah, it's 1998 to the T, but you know what, man? I'm going to say for me, that's a very comfy vibe. I don't know.
A very comfy vibe.
Yeah.
It took me back to being in high school. I was in
felt
high
like
school.
home. I was
Yeah.
just 4 years removed from high school. So
I was
felt
ready
like
to
home
throw.
me.
I was ready to throw the fucking flip, the new phone. Give me the old Nokia brick, man. Take me back.
Gene's
Yep.
here.
What's up,
What
Gene?
up,
How you
Gene?
doing, sir?
By the way, I know we're skipping Slice of Life because
we
there's
are going to
something-
skip Slice of Life. Yes,
I do want to say I actually hung out with Mr. Gene Smith over the weekend.
Oh, nice.
nice, dude.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
Came over Saturday. We played some board games. We had watched the end of Galaxy Quest. Had a good time.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Nice.
And we brainstormed a little about the idea that I brought up to you guys, which I'm not really sure I want to drop on the general public just yet.
Didn't we talk about it on the show last week, or was that after we went live?
It was after.
I think that was after.
Was it? Okay, so
because I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
well, you bounced right at the end, but I was like, did we say it right after he left? I couldn't remember, but all right, fair enough. Awesome, dude. Well, I hope you had a good time with Gene over the weekend.
Oh yeah, it's always a good time, my buddy. He's my bro.
Fucking right, dude. So let me ask you, Chad Daddy, seeing you are our bookmaster of celebration here, whose choice was this?
That's some Brody Kane's.
Brody's. All right.
Yeah.
bud. Sweet, man.
And
you got show
I-
notes on it?
I do. Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Yep, I sent them to everyone just in case anyone wanted to join us. And I thanked Brody when he picked this because, dude, I said, I've been wanting to do this for years. It's always on my list. It always gets crossed off. He threw it on there. I crossed off my list, and that's what made me decide to go with Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
That's a
Man.
superb other pick, for sure.
Fuck yeah.
Which one are we doing with that one? 73 or 78?
78,
whatever
I
it
think.
is? 78. Word.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, Brody, if you got the plot rundown, homie, I'm going to hand it over to you and let you take it away.
no wuckers. So the plot rundown. A group of small-town high school students, including an introverted photographer and a charismatic drug dealer, begin to suspect something's off with their teachers. After realizing the faculty is, in fact, under the control of mind-controlling alien parasites, the kids are outnumbered and endangered. Now they're in a fight against an invasion against not only their school and their town, but the entire fucking world.
Yeah.
Directed by Robert Rodriguez, Sin City, Machete.
Yeah.
Written by David Wetcher, Charles in Charge, Penn and Teller, bullshit, Bruce Kimmel, Deceit and Revenge, Kevin Williamson, Scream, and I Know What You Did Last Summer. Produced by Elizabeth Evalian. Evalian? Fuck that, though.
Sounds good. Enough.
Who, yeah, not bad. Grindhouse and Predators. Over to you, Mr. Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, hold on. I'm about to fuck this shit.
My mama said.
This is going to be great.
Starring Jordana Brewster, Fast and the Furious, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning, as Delilah Prophet, the cunt.
That's got to be Brody.
I fucking gotcha.
Well, I saw it. I'm like, I mean, I'm just going to say it, but I'm like, fucking Brody. Clea Duvall, Ghost of Mars, Heroes, as Stokely Mitchell. What, did I say it wrong again?
No, Brody.
Oh, fuck.
She was on Heroes.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
she was
could
an
not
Italian.
remember what other movie she has been in or whatever that I've seen her in. But I think that's what. Was she also in Can't Hardly Wait? I feel like she was.
She was in Carnival.
Oh, she was in Carnival also. Yeah.
Hi, Tom.
I don't think
up,
she was
Tom?
in. What's up, buddy?
I don't
think she
remember
was
her
on-
in Can't Hardly Wait.
Neither.
I think she was in a tiny small role. I'm gonna have to look this up. Anyways,
I do.
I don't remember
Laura
her in
Harris.
Great. Thanks.
Laura Harris, 24, Dead Like Me as Mary Beth Hutchinson. Josh Hartnett, Halloween H2O, 30 Days of Night as Zeke Tyler. Elijah Wood, Sin City, Maniac as Casey Connor. Sean Hatosi, A Guy Thing, Southland as Stan Rosado. Salma Hayek, did I say that last name right?
I hope so.
You better have.
Yeah.
You better have said Hot Mama's name right.
A Guy Thing, or no, wow. Grown Ups, Dogma as Nurse Harper.
That's some
Fam-
fine wine right there.
Famke Jensen, Deep Rising, House on Haunted Hill as Miss Burke. Piper Laurie, Carrie, Return to Oz as Mrs. Olsen. Christopher McDonald, Happy Gilmore, Dirty Work as Casey's dad. Bebby
BB.
Neoworth.
Neoworth.
Cheers. See, I can't pronounce this shit. Say Anything as Principal Drake. Robert Patrick, Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Fuck yeah.
Double Dragon as Coach Willis. Fuck yeah. Usher Raymond.
You say it the way it's on there.
Sure.
Why?
Because
That's what you say.
that's how Ludacris says it in the song.
Sure.
Ursher.
Oh. Whatever I said. I'm not going back now.
Ursher,
It's all
damn
that. Muppets Most Wanted as Gabe. John Stewart, Big Daddy, Half Baked as Mr. Furlong. Daniel Von Bargain.
There's a guy on the bush behind the $20 bill, man. He's right there. Is he gonna go? I don't know.
That was the best part of that movie. That's why I had to put that on there as one of his roles.
I
in
can
the back
quote
of a
that movie.
$20 bill.
I can quote
on
that
weed.
movie so bad. And I haven't watched it in like 15 fucking years. I can still probably quote that whole fucking movie. Yeah. Anyways, sorry about.
Daniel Von Bargain, Super Troopers, Seinfeld as Mr. Tate. A body
Mr.
count
Kruger.
total of 2.
Kruger.
Yes, it is Mr. Kruger.
Cayuger.
The Human Fund.
That's right. George, I think we're going to donate
Lord
to
Scuba.
the Human Fund.
All right, music by Marco Beltrami, Scream and Hellboy, cinematography by Enrique Chidiac, Bumblebee, Transformers, Rise of the Beasts. Edited by Robert Rodriguez, Desperado and Spy Kids. Effects and makeup by KMB. Distributed by Miramax. Runtime of 104 minutes. MPAA rating R. Budget of $15 million. And grossed $63.2 million.
Nice. So they definitely got their money back. What's up,
Yeah.
Rich?
Let's
Yeah,
generally discuss this.
That's awesome,
Hello,
dude. So like
I
that.
wanted to throw this out there because we skipped over the release date. This was released on Christmas Day of '98, by the way.
Wow.
Nice.
So it didn't do too bad, for that Christmas
That's
season.
crazy because usually
That's
that's
actually-
kind of like a bad. That could go either way, I guess, for that time.
I'm
you know?
willing to bet it
For
did
that
well
time,
because-
Nowadays, Christmas is a big release
True.
schedule.
Yeah, but this. I mean,
But '98, that's what '98. That's when they usually dumped the movies that they didn't really know what to do with.
Well, I'm
Right,
also
and we-
willing to
we
bet
still-
it did well because Josh Hartnett just had H2O success, Robert Patrick. So I'm willing
well,
to
wait.
bet
Was
that
this
played in.
was this before H2O?
This was
or after?
no. This was after. This was
They were
both
filmed the same-
98.
They were filmed at
was-
the same
that was-
time.
yeah.
But this
Halloween
came out
H2O was
2 months-
August of 90. It was either August or September of 98.
All right.
Okay.
So I just have to say the most important part of this movie. Did anybody else turn into Peter Griffin and go, hey, he said it, when Elijah Wood said, the faculty.
No, I
Yep,
didn't.
I did actually.
No.
I did it. You
Yes,
said
I
that.
did.
Every time they do that in a fucking movie now, that is the first thing
Yeah,
that pops in
because
my
you're
head.
waiting for Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Absolutely.
I think of more Leonardo DiCaprio. He's just like, hey, wait, there it is.
No. There was something else I just watched too where they did that. I was like, aha.
Ah.
Oh, and since we're on that just made me think of. Did you guys see the commercial for Jon Stewart coming back to the Daily Show?
No.
Eating the stale popcorn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Jon Stewart. He's sitting there shoveling popcorn in his mouth, and he stops. He's like, "Is this the same popcorn from that meme from 9 years ago?"
I hope it was.
That's funny.
I hope it was. Although, you know what? I will say, depending on however you like Jon Stewart, I do like Jon Stewart.
I
But
do.
I'm glad he's
Yeah.
in. I'm glad he's back on the Daily Show, man. Because like
Agreed.
that shit. It
I haven't watched it
is
since
not-
he left. So
I mean, I used to watch it when fucking Craig Kilborn was on that shit, dude.
Same. I started with
Yeah,
Craig
bro.
Kilborn.
That's what I'm saying.
John
That's a
Stewart was
fucking-
my favorite. on
That's a
there.
throwback, dude. A lot of people don't even know Craig
That's-
Kilborn did that shit, dude.
That's OG. He was the original host.
Fucking A, man. All right. So we are talking obviously 1998's The Faculty. Is clearly not the first time any of us have seen this.
Mm-mm.
So this is all a rewatch, a restirring of ideas, essentially. And well, ladies and gentlemen, how do we all feel this time around?
Still
Man.
love it.
Don't you say-
fantastic.
Nothing
I
really
didn't
bad to
think
say.
I didn't think I would like it as much as because I liked this movie when it first came out, and I didn't think it was gonna hold up. Granted, the CGI is a little now, but
Yeah.
it didn't matter. It didn't matter to me, and I love the way this movie starts because it starts like any football movie that you would see. It started off like Varsity Blues
Mhm.
or something like that, and so you really don't
Bless you.
get
Bless you.
you really don't get what's going to happen even when you see that little that scene where somebody walks up to the coach. You still have no idea what the hell's going on if you had never seen this before.
Right. You had
Uh,
no idea who walked up to the coach.
Yeah,
Any of that shit.
but
It's like-
watching it now and knowing the end, there's a lot of shots that they did that fucking told you who the queen was from the get-go.
Yeah.
Lots of like
Yeah.
zoom in shot or like shots when shit's going on that just went straight to her. But man, I don't know. I love this movie. It was a fun watch again. I'm glad we got to do it.
You mentioned it. The only thing for me that takes me out at parts is the CGI, only because I don't know, there's just too much of it in spots where it didn't need it. But other than that, there's not a bad thing I could really say about this movie.
But
It's
it
just-
wasn't. It
such a
was not
fun movie.
completely. It wasn't completely CGI.
No, we got practical.
Because we got
effects.
some
we did.
Yeah.
We did.
We got some great practical.
We did.
And I thought the CGI was really good for that time.
For 98.
Oh yeah, for that time, definitely. There
I
was
don't
something
know.
that. Well, Bobby, how old were you in '98?
was 5.
Okay,
But
I was in
Listen,
high
listen,
school.
listen.
I was a fucking junior
That's-
in high school.
that's
when this
fine,
movie
but
came
just
out.
think
No,
about
I'm
it. 7 years before, you had Terminator 2, and that, like,
Higher budget.
Yeah, way higher budget.
still though. I mean,
Higher budget
they've
and
had-
way bigger.
there's-
Higher budget and look at the name behind Terminator 2 and look at the name behind this one. who the fuck is Robert Rodriguez in 1998?
I know,
Nobody.
but I'm just saying.
Nowadays,
And that blew my mind.
nowadays we know who he is, but back
Yeah, yeah,
then,
yeah.
I probably haven't seen this movie since like the first time I watched it, of course, was back in the 90s, but
I hear you.
I haven't rewatched it since probably the early 2000s. Completely forgot that Robert Rodriguez directed this fucking movie.
Yeah, I didn't honestly remember that until we just discussed that. So, see, Stephanie was 8 then too.
Oh, yeah,
I was
she's young.
I was 13 at that. I was the perfect age for this movie.
I was 22. I was an old man when this came out.
I was I was the age that the actors in the movie were supposed to be.
There you go. So Scoobs was
And I
definitely
think the
at
only one-
like.
I think the only one that even looked my age was Elijah Wood.
So
He
Elijah
still
He
looks
was the
that
only
age.
one
Elijah
with
Wood
the age.
was 17 when they filmed this.
And he still is
Yeah.
today.
Yes.
What's her name? That Brody called cunt from Fast
Jordana
Jordana
Brewster.
She was 18, so she was at the right age.
Yeah.
Yes,
Now-
Rick, I am a 76er. I'm a bicentennial baby.
Now the oldest one though, was the curly-haired football jock. He was 25.
Stan.
Yeah, so he was the old one. He was the one that was, and Stokely I think was 21 at the time.
So let me ask y'all this. When they're introducing the characters at the beginning and it did that freeze frame with like their names.
I love that shit, dude.
Loved it.
I love
Love
that
it.
shit. I don't know why.
100%.
Because
just
that is
fucking
just
like-
an old school dynamic that we don't get anymore. To just
Yeah.
because now we have to really flush out the characters and everything. Where that just fucking did it.
I just
Boom.
Yeah.
This is who this person is. They're this. They're the
I-
loser. They're getting their nuts crashed in.
I love
on to the next.
that. I wish we would have gotten at the end of each character with a little epilogue, like at the end of Animal House.
Well, see that would have just been can't hardly wait.
Good point.
Which literally came out this year as well, 1998. It was a solid year. So
Boy, 98 really was a good year for movies.
fucking
wasn't
A
it?
it was, dude. And she wasn't Can't Hardly Wait, by the way. I was correct.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, very
Nice.
small role.
Okay.
I was confusing
random
her with
chick
the
at the
main
party.
girl, but it's not the main girl. So
No. She was
Yeah.
in.
way different.
Yeah.
You know, and I love the way this movie flowed. There really wasn't a time where I was bored watching this.
Mm-mm.
Everything kind of just set up the next scene perfectly, and it kind of felt like when you're watching The Thing, you don't know who's infected, you don't know what's what. And this movie brought up another movie that I completely forgot about. That was like, I went to go watch it thinking it was something else, and it The Puppet Masters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which
I
name
had
dropped in
completely-
this.
Which is
Yeah.
name dropped, but the book was named dropped.
Right.
I forgot about the movie, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I completely forgot that was a movie.
Which that
But-
also has Donald Sutherland, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So he was in
It
that
does
and,
have Donald
and Body
Sutherland in it.
Snatchers.
Yep.
You know what? I Good Son is one where I feel like that could be questionable for Gore and Moore.
That's definitely a
Right.
thriller.
It's been a long time, and I can't remember. It's not really horror.
It
though.
fits in the end more.
That's more thriller, right?
Yeah,
If I'm
more
not mistaken.
definitely more thriller.
Yeah, it'd be more
Yeah.
thriller.
Still a good movie,
Long-
but
long time since I watched that one.
yeah.
But no, I agree. This movie started right from the get-go. I like the pacing of it because let's just say you came in this movie fresh. You did not watch
Yeah.
any teasers, no trailers. You have no idea this is an alien movie, right? We're starting
Mhm.
off just as a good horror, potential, like weird killer movie.
Yeah,
What the
it starts
fuck's
off as
going
a
on?
slasher going on.
Yeah, 100%. And that is a solid way to bring the audience in, man. I feel like that opening scene with the principal was great, especially when you get
Yeah.
the turnaround with the music teacher, because now you're like, all right, call me ready for the rest of this movie. And then boom, there we fucking go, man. It
Yeah.
sticks
It's a very
right with them.
specific dream he had, apparently. He's like, I always wanted to do this, after he stabs her through the hand with a pencil. I was like, that's a very specific thing to have always wanted to do.
I think they just
He
wanted
also-
to cause harm.
He
to
didn't
them,
just
but-
stab her though; it just
That
went
went all the way
slowly in. It was
through.
Well,
agonizing
she
to watch.
picked out like the
Impaled.
sharpest pencil ever. Like, I've never seen a fucking pencil that sharp in a school
Have you
in my fucking
No.
life.
Try sharpening a pencil like that now. I swear the pencils are made cheaper now than they were back then.
Oh yeah, they
You're
are. They're
right.
definitely
anymore.
way
It's
fucking
a different
cheaper
wood
now.
and
They're not.
everything. Doesn't
They're not even made out of wood anymore.
I
I don't
know.
know what the fuck it is, but they're not wood.
plastic. What's up, Jacob? and everybody in the Jesse,
Yes,
everybody in the
hello,
chat.
everybody.
Jesse.
Go.
I know,
guys.
Steph loved it. My wife
Stephanie?
loved it. I'm glad she liked it.
You know what? This was Jen's actually first watch. She's never seen this.
It's funny
I swore her and I watched it before together.
We were sitting around getting ready, eating dinner and everything. I'm like, I'm still gonna watch my movie, and Steph's like, you probably should watch this in the morning. I said, yeah, but I wanted you to watch it with me because I figured you'd really like it. I'm glad I was right.
wanted Mel to watch it. But I put it on after the Super Bowl, so we were already kind of tired. So I had to watch it by myself.
I was watching
watched
it with
it
Rebecca,
during
and
the
then
Super
she
Bowl.
fell asleep, and
Which was kind of, I thought that was a weird thought when I was watching too, because I was like, you know what? I watched this to not watch football, but now I'm still watching football and Usher somehow.
Yeah.
All in the same fucking vein.
You had a double dose of Usher.
All in the same fucking vein. And I didn't even watch the Super Bowl last. Like, what the fuck, bro?
But this just has that 90s feel to it that while it is dated, it's a good type of dated.
God damn it.
if
It
that
just makes me,
sense.
it makes me sad
Soundtrack.
that, like,
Soundtrack was, oh man, there were songs I forgot completely about. I'm like, I'm singing that on karaoke.
Nope.
dude, it
I
opened
mean,
right up with the
I'm-
Offspring, bro. You sold me right away with that.
Dude,
No.
the soundtrack is on. It's on my fucking iPod. Regularly.
Nice.
I feel like this soundtrack mixed with Idle Hand soundtrack is just a solid 2 hours of good time.
And
Nice.
add in the Crow.
Yes.
It's a kind of different
Yeah.
vibe though.
Yeah.
Like still good soundtrack. I'm thinking more on the.
I
this
love
one,
the
but-
Queen of the Damned soundtrack.
That's got some tasty tracks.
You know, that is one I've never watched, Scoops.
I've never watched
Same.
that either.
It's not
Not the best.
if you watch Interview with the Vampire and then watch Queen of the Damned, you're gonna fucking hate it. I didn't really like Interview with the Vampire.
Interview
to
with the
begin with.
Vampire though, dude.
I like Queen of the Damned. I'm one of the few that enjoyed the fucking movie. It's a dope fucking concept.
Leah's
Granted,
hot as
it's
fuck, so I mean that works too.
I didn't
granted
watch
it's
Interview
nothing
with
like the
Vampire
book. That's everybody's main, bitch about
Okay,
it.
but I
They
don't read,
changed a lot of
so.
shit. Neither do I. Watch it. It's
I
it's a
can
fun
read.
movie.
I
think it's a
don't
cool
read. Let me
concept. I don't know how to read.
I
I know,
can't read.
I faked it all the way up to this point. It's going. Right. But no, man, this movie, like you guys said, man, the pacing's solid. It never seems like it really slows down. It's not a long movie. Like it's a pretty. What was it?
It's about an hour.
Yeah.
Hour 45.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a little long. All right, a little longer than our normal hour and a half, but it didn't feel like it drooped anywhere.
Exactly.
No,
And
it definitely
There was
didn't.
always that tension. Like I said, that tension just kept from the get-go. That tension was, even though it opens up, like I said, it opened up like if you're watching like Varsity Blues or something. But then once that first scene comes up where we see that Robert Patrick's character, something's fucking up with this dude. The tension just keeps growing and growing and growing because now it's a who's infected and who's not infected.
And the
What
way
the
they
fuck's going
are
on?
infecting the school is great. I
Yes.
love that
Yes,
it's just
because
coming in for a random nurse check. You can't, like, even as a student, how are you going to fight that? You know what I mean? You're just like, you wouldn't know any better or anything like that shit.
But then, you know what the weird part is, though, is you say that, and it always makes me go because Rebecca actually said, "Well, how come these kids didn't get in that line?" Like you said, like you can't fight that. It's like,
well,
I
they
thought
got
about it, I'm
called.
like-
They
They
just
kept calling him, yeah.
she got called. She just didn't go down because they knew something was up, obviously. But
Now,
yeah,
if
no.
this would have happened in my high school back in my day when I was in school, I wouldn't have even fucking been there to begin with. So I wouldn't have been infected.
Scoobs would have been the dudes selling the scat.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that means you're
Except
the
I
hero
wasn't
at
selling
that
scat.
means you're just the hero at the end that gets to bang your English teacher, bro. So it's like
yeah,
Okay, I was gonna bring that up.
No, we can bring
He's
it-
totally
oh, right
banging the teacher. He's totally banging the teacher.
oh
Yeah.
yes,
There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
ifs, ands, or buts about it.
and by the end,
He's totally-
absolutely. Like,
Dude,
Okay, but you think about it though. He repeated his senior year, so he's at least of age. He's at
Oh,
least 18 or
yes.
19.
it doesn't matter.
I get
It
that, but
doesn't
it's like,
matter.
how old is she supposed to be in this?
Yeah,
It's like,
seriously,
unless
'cause
she's
she's-
like a young budding teacher of like 22 or 23, it's still kind of like
I would put her probably closer to like 26 at least. She's definitely getting about halfway through her 20s.
All right, so seeing that we're talking about her, we need to talk about how this bug works.
She
Because
was 33 when she made that movie. FYI.
She's
Oh, okay.
33.
she was 33. and he was actually what 20,
He was,
I think, or was he actually 18?
I think he was like 18.
Was he?
You know what? I still,
Regardless,
I hope he bagged her in the trailer, bro. They were just like, no, man,
I would have tried.
who wouldn't
I-
have? Bro, there was definitely like,
Come here, Jean Grey.
listen, man, you could have went with, and she wasn't even Jean Grey yet.
Yeah,
I know.
This is 2 years before
But
Jean.
you could
Grey.
have had that, Jordana Brewster would have been an easy.
Her eyebrows freak me out.
Really? Oh, bro,
She's
dude.
got weird eyebrows.
Her cuntiness would have turned me off.
Now, her cuntiness would
No,
have turned me on.
yeah,
That
see,
would've been
I'm
the
with
saving
Scoops
grace.
on that one. That would have went the other way. I really love good sarcasm, and it's just, I don't know. That's it. But no, how does this bug work? Because apparently this thing is like the worms from fucking Futurama, and they could just repair your body to like untold ends. Essentially,
Yeah.
if you
Right.
have a bug in you, you're immortal because they can just repatch you.
Unless you're old.
But right, because then it withers you up.
Sure.
But like, how are these people just specifically okay after all of this, dude? Like,
Yeah.
Jensen was fucking beheaded.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's what happened there. So she was beheaded, but you see the head's crawling towards the body, so the head's going to reattach, it's gonna
Right.
heal itself. The reason Jon Stewart didn't regenerate is because
Because he had
they
the shit in
fucking
his
killed-
eye. It killed him.
He was
Yeah,
drying
they
out.
killed the bugs
But it
inside him,
just-
so he didn't get a chance to
It
regenerate.
just seems like, I mean, dude, that's some like crazy fucking species, dude. I'd almost be like, well, wait a minute, dude. So like, if we have a bug, we can just do whatever fuck all we want and be cool. I don't know, man. That might be my villain
Pretty
You
story.
don't mind,
much,
you don't
yeah.
mind being a drone.
Yeah, but that might be my villain story, bro. I don't give a shit if they give me some like cool armor and weapons. Fucking let's do it, dude.
It's your villain origin.
It might be, dude. I don't know. I mean, if you could get you're essentially Deadpool at that fucking point, bro. Like, you're not even.
An emotionless one, but yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't emotional.
No, they had emotions, but it was still just. It was like Slither, where it was still just all hive mind mentality, but they all acted for the queen, but they all act, you know. But I agree. Brody brought this up, and I know they talked about it in the movie itself, but clearly, even going small scale to try to come into the back door did not
So
work for this
stupid.
Bugs plan. Why did they go like somewhere in the boroughs in New York City where you have a bunch of people that you could easily just take it over, like homeless and shit, and got, you know what I mean, like arose up?
This alien has shit for brains.
I mean,
Could've just-
she
Aliens don't know how.
she
humans
just
work.
wanted to go to the prom, Brody. I feel like that's really what it came down. She was an alien, but she was still a teenage alien girl, and she just had her.
And she was walking around naked as a jaybird at the end. She was down to fuck.
Now, here's my question: was she the alien that took a human form, or was that a host body as well?
No, she took a human
I think she
form,
took a
I think,
human form.
which is crazy if you think of
She
like
morphed
how
back
much
and
she could
forth.
compact herself into go into that human form versus like how big she got after the pool.
I was thinking
And
the
how the
same thing.
fuck did she get here?
Yeah, yeah.
They
That's
call they call it mass shifting. It's how they explain like Megatron turning into a handgun. It's some kind of mass shifting.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
I get the idea of it, but it's still, you know what I mean? Like the blob gets bigger, but the blob only gets bigger like when he eats things, so he absorbs mass and you know
it
gets
keeps
his
going.
mass.
Yeah.
Like where this is just like, oh, I took a swim and now that I'm out of those skivvies, let me just get fucking anime massive out of nowhere. But I
I want
do
to hear what
love
Brody
her.
has to say.
Go ahead, Brody.
Oh no, I was about what the film itself, or that whole idea of shapeshifting, or is that
Whatever
what
you
wanna-
want to. I mean, the shapeshifting. I know you and I were talking about that kind of stuff a little bit earlier. So
Oh yeah, no, like I definitely have some pros and cons about this film. I'll just quickly say what Steve said earlier, how it does a really good job setting up the characters of the various stereotypes of, really introducing it to us, to these characters that we can relate to, especially through the school years of the 90s and early 2000s. I love the 90s era of that actors. You know, the cast is fucking loaded in this film. We mentioned we mentioned the Kick-Ass soundtrack, which was fucking awesome. It sold me with The Offspring at the start. We already mentioned how it's a popcorn flick that really keeps the audience engaged. I don't like really looking into films too much like this because they are a fun film for an audience. It does somewhat explain a little bit of the backstory of the alien in the final act, but I do have some fucking questions about some certain things. And, you know, I did, like John just said, we did speak about it last night, and that was one of my questions, like, why wouldn't you take over New York and then build your way up to DC, as Elijah would sort of mention vaguely in one scene how he said, you know, instead of just going straight to the point, you're coming through the back door. I think that's fucking stupid because they could have easily taken over a bigger city and then worked their way up to spreading across the land a lot more. Yeah, I had some of the
took over Vegas. You know what I mean, dude? Like you got
Yeah.
a bunch of fucking people that are just drunk and fucking drugged out all the time. That would be hard.
Okay, well, let's look at it this way, though. I mean, she's kind of look at it as like she's not like a military general.
No, she's a
She has-
naive, just
she's
her
a-
own thing. I get it.
She's a refugee. Think of her as like a refugee from a dying world that just landed in the middle of nowhere and just wanted to, you know, propagate her species a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, she did.
Well,
Especially
she
with
did,
Hartnett. Especially with
well, she
Hartnett,
did
yeah.
say that her planet or wherever it was she was from dried up. So they sort of had
Yeah.
to resort coming to Earth. So I don't know, maybe she just, when they come to Earth, she landed in Ohio and that was just bullshit.
But why Ohio? It's landlocked.
Yeah, that's.
But
that's
then at
yeah.
that,
They're coming from space. Why does it
we
matter?
don't know
if it's
how they got
landlocked?
here.
Right. I
Yeah,
mean, this could
the
be,
thing is,
this
we
could
don't
be
know.
just
No
riding
idea.
meteorites like in Quiet Place, you know?
Yeah, we don't know how they got here. We don't know if she came in a spaceship or a fucking meteor or some shit. So maybe she just landed where she landed, and that was, you know, and we're just looking too much into it because they said something about it in the movie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just think that it was in a way a smart idea.
Yeah.
If she would have been able to take over the whole town, if she would have been able to hide herself, but I think that's where she fucked up.
Yeah.
She didn't hide herself
Well enough.
after the invasion started.
No, she put herself
know?
right out there because she was trying to, like, you know.
Get laid. She wanted to
Pretty,
get
yeah,
laid.
she wanted Zeke.
She wanted to bang Josh Hartnett.
I mean, who
It
did?
was his wings, bro. It just brings them in, dude. Like
His
the
natural hair-
aerodynamicness of them bitches,
That
dude.
natural
like-
hairstyle he has is just yeah.
Why was Delilah pretending to be a part of the group when she's already infected? She didn't have to be
I think
with
it-
them.
I think she was working with the
Spy.
queen. Like it was
Spy.
kind of like a
Like a spot. Oh, yeah, that would make
Yeah.
sense because they pick her
Yeah.
up in the car. The other,
Because if it's a hive mind thing, if it's a whole hive mind thing, then she has to be getting cues from the queen because the queen was right there the whole fucking time.
But we
right?
don't know 100% when she was infected either.
Yeah,
Well, we
know.
knew she was infected at that scene because obviously, like, they got her with the drugs and that shit was in her face. So at that time, they were definitely giving themselves like each other the bombastic side eyes. So you know they were like talking at least that kind of way.
Right.
So, dude, I just want to know, like, so we know scat is made out of aspirin and caffeine. So, like,
and some other
And
household
household, yep.
items.
yeah,
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah, why were they giddy? Like,
It's probably like baking soda.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like
and-
the high doesn't make sense for what
Yeah.
that should be because that should be a speed by any fucking means, dude. And that dude's they were geeking out like they just fucking did shrooms or some bullshit, dude.
but it didn't last very long. It was kind of like a quick.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
It was like smoking what's that shit called?
PCP?
Oh my god. No, that shit lasts a while.
angel
Uh,
I wouldn't know.
No, that fucking
Sherman
stupid
Helmsley.
fucking instant shit people
Oh!
were doing back
Oh.
then.
Spice. Well,
Yeah, but it had a different name.
there was a lot of different names. Spice, V was a brand. I used to smoke the V a lot, dude. That shit fucking made me trip.
I think I know the word you're trying to think
But
of.
it only lasted for like a few minutes.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. You're talking about oh my fuck. What the hell was that?
Did it start with an S?
Yes.
Oh, God. What a,
Salvia.
Salvia. Yeah. That shit
Salvia.
was weird, man. I did it
That
one
shit
time.
was so weird. I did it one time too. That's it.
And all I can remember is it just made everything feel like Schoolhouse Rock for about 5 solid fucking minutes. I can't even explain that statement. And then it was gone. And I was
It-
just like,
It
the
makes
fuck
sense.
was
I
that,
get it.
dude? Why was everything
But
like
that's-
Schoolhouse Rock? And my buddies were like, bro, I know what you mean. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
But that's probably the effect that the scat had and very smart to put it in pens.
Right?
I
Yeah.
love that.
I said-
was
I
like,
love
that's
that
brilliant.
part.
I really like that.
Oh, fucking A, dude.
Hey, you need
So
a
the
pen?
other
Here
question
you
I had
go.
for when me and John were talking about it last night, do you think the chlorine from the pool would dry out the alien? Do you?
I think so, and I was gonna bring that up. I feel that the chlorine would, maybe not right away,
Yeah.
but
But like if she
depending
was
on
in
the
it long
amount,
enough, dude, yeah.
Most
yeah,
likely.
it totally would have fucked her up. Yeah,
I mean, that shit dries us out, dude. So it's
Yeah.
I can only imagine
I didn't
something
even
with
think
a
about
water,
that till you said
water
something else.
absorbent
Like, yeah, wait a minute.
being.
And the final question I had was, how did the principal survive the stabbing before she was infected?
I think they just put the bug in her and then the bug repaired her and brought her back to life, dude. Like they're almost like necromancers a little bit.
So,
Could be.
so then when they finally, just say for instance, that was the case, and then they pull the parasite back out of her, she would just collapse and die because she's already dead.
And that's what I don't know. Is like, are these things so good that they could restart the body completely? Because clearly they did with Jensen. She got beheaded. You know what I mean? So they reattached the head, still alive, fucking hearting it at the end. So yes. I mean, this is like the ultimate defibrillator, I guess. I don't fucking.
Oh, and another thing. Do you think you would be able to roll that teacher after knowing that she was beheaded and had alien
Oh, yeah.
tentacles out of her? You
Oh,
reckon?
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
She's hot enough.
Head
Yeah,
is
'cause
head,
you know-
man.
yeah,
No, I mean
Definitely
she's
not.
hot as fuck, but
You,
while
you
you're
know
playing
the.
her, you'd be like, fuck.
I mean, you know she's not. You know she's alien free now. So
True.
I will say, man, the facial that Elijah Wood gets at the end though looks painful as fuck. I thought they did that
Holy
pretty.
fuck.
fucking
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
that was fucking gnarly.
Like that was just
See,
especially when they finally like fell out. I mean, when they dissipated, it looked whatever. But
See, that's what made me think of where he finds it on the ground at the Oval. So the Sheila that comes up to Robert Patrick, I reckon she might have done the same to him that way. That's
Probably,
why
yeah.
Elijah Wood can find one on the footy oval at the
yeah. So maybe one just didn't like
go in.
impregnate himself into him, so it just fell and got dehydrated on the field.
Yeah, right. Yep.
But oh, that makes
Okay.
sense. Yeah, because you don't know how like she infected him, dude, or how they like. Is it just one, or it's like she came up and was just like fucking Kamehameha and a blast. Just like,
I love how so fucking over the top he is and how psychotic he is, and then it's like you've got someone in the shadows behind the camera, like you definitely know that it's going to be a lot more fearful than him, even though he's like full fucking psychotic. I just love that introduction to how like crazy he is, and then we go on that journey with Robert Patrick and just see how fucking bananas he is.
He did.
He
so
plays that
good.
character so fucking well.
Yeah.
yeah,
Do
he
you
definitely looks
think-
like he's got a little bit of that tinge of crazy, like naturally.
When he goes up to the principal at the start, and then they sort of have that little conversation, he's got that rapist wit about him, and then she's like, "You're drunk." Do you reckon they've had a little bit of a connection there before? There was just something.
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
so.
yes.
I think
Oh,
he's
I,
like
yeah.
I
he's
thought so.
shot a shot a
It
few
felt
times,
like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
which she's a good looking principal. I probably would
it
too.
happens in schools. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Yo, man, got to get that bonus, right?
And what about
Reunion.
your theory, John? How these aliens can repair beheadings and all that, but Robert Patrick's face still had the
Yeah,
scarring.
so,
from the
like,
key. Why didn't it repair
Thank
that?
you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
That was one that threw me off. Like his scar lasted almost half the movie, where we see once again a complete beheading get repaired, or a woman who is stabbed and
And he
Yeah,
gets
it was-
smashed with a bottle up here,
Yeah.
in that same moment of glass, and then it's completely gone by the end of it. So
And a woman who's
Yeah.
sick, then she's,
like you
That's
almost would
good.
think that his scratches would be fully repaired by the next day.
Yeah.
Like granted,
Yeah.
they were healed up a lot by the next morning, more so than they should have been. But
there's two. Well, for some of the
Well, maybe
some of the healing things, yeah, it's like, well, that doesn't heal, but yeah, that one's like
maybe
a
it
little-
didn't.
But maybe
fully
it
take
takes a while.
yet.
maybe it takes a while because we didn't really get to. I mean, it's what, weeks after, when we see the teacher again, and she doesn't have anything wrong with her, but maybe it takes time for it to heal to repair properly.
What if it
Was
also
it weeks?
It was a month.
I don't-
Yeah, it says it was
A month later.
It was a month.
What
yeah.
if it also depends on the age of the host body?
I mean,
too.
that's possible. Obviously, the older they are, the body's going to wither out and stuff like that. You would think Kruger is fucking. He would have been out easy enough too, man. He was a fucking old fart back then.
Yeah, he was.
Cougar. Fucking dude, I'm sorry. I can't not watch him in any scene and just be like, God damn it, now I gotta watch Seinfeld. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no.
Well, I was watching this and I was like, God damn it, now I want to watch Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Shooter McGavin was in this too.
Yo, I just watched the movie with Shooter McGavin, and I know you guys hate it, and I understand it's my thing, but I was bored at work the other day, dude, and I watched the superhero movie. You ever watch that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen
It's a guilty pleasure.
It is a very guilty pleasure, dude. It's the parody style
Yeah.
movie, but Shooter McGavin plays fucking the Green Goblin in it, and he is fucking. It's honestly just to watch it with just him is the reason enough. Like,
I just love that we don't call him by his name. He is Shooter McGavin.
us, man. That's all he is. That's all he'll ever be.
Like you're like, oh, you're going to meet this guy. Who is he? Shooter McGavin. Oh, that makes sense.
Dude, that's like the meme. If it's a picture of him and Tiger Woods side by side, it says, "Here's a picture of the greatest golfer of all time posing with Tiger Woods."
That's right. Because we know, man. We know.
You'll pay. Listen to what I say.
So this movie felt, and this is why I'm wearing the thing. It was already mentioned, but obviously this movie felt like a very teen Scream version of the Thing.
Well,
Like,
it literally rips off the Thing for that
100%.
one scene. So
It's
Well-
literally, it is that.
yeah, and we get all the lies and the deception and the not trusting. Like, it's literally the whole spiel, just in Ohio and not in Antarctica. But I don't
And,
know.
well, and also you really can't. Yeah.
I love how the different type of the different stereotypes really play into that scene because they're sort of picking out each other's flaws that we've seen, but we don't really pick up on it until that scene when they start pointing it out to the viewer. I thought it was really clever how they were able to turn that back on the audience and make us question, oh, fuck, actually, I did notice that earlier. So it might be him or it might be her, you know? You sort of start to, because the different stereotypes where the jocks are like, well, what about you, Casey? I mean, you're such a nerd, how do you know about all this? And then they turn it on Zeke and go, you're a fucking dropout. But all of a sudden, you know everything about this and that. I thought it was really cool how they were able to play with that.
Yeah. The only person that I had suspicion when I first watched this of that scene was Jordana Brewster. I'm like, no, you're here, but you just.
she's the one that doesn't. She's the one that doesn't fit.
Yeah,
Right.
that's why I'm like, to me, she was the most obvious in that scene. Even I watch it
And
now,
a
I'm like,
cunt.
you're just like, you're too obvious. And a cunt. And it's like, no, you shouldn't be here.
Now, question for y'all, and I don't know if this was just maybe a tell that I thought I saw, or maybe it actually is one that I should see. So clearly they were like in a heat as well, because you know what I mean. They wanted to put the AC on and shit. Like, granted, the creatures themselves need the water and stuff, but like, did the Queen seem like the only one throughout this whole movie that wasn't sweaty in any of the
Yes.
scenes?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I kind of noticed, and I wasn't sure if
yes.
it was something I should have noticed.
But here's why. She's not in a host body.
Right, your own body. Exactly.
Yeah.
No. And that's what I'm just wondering. Was that a tell that we were supposed to catch, or maybe it was just something I was just like, I don't.
probably because they need water, so you wouldn't want to sweat water out.
Right, but she's
Well, I was going to.
any scene that they're just like all the rest of the actors look like they're fucking I mean, they're not like rocking Fast and Furious, but they're glistening a little bit. Where she looks cool as a fucking cucumber. So,
And everyone else, if you go back and watch it, the majority of everyone in this actually have a drink of water at some stage, where she never does in this entire film. After knowing who she is, and you go back and watch it, you'll see like, is it the jock and the chick from Carnival? They bump into each other while taking a drink at the tap.
dude, they bump into each other like 3 different times.
Yeah.
like, setting up their little like thing.
But
Yeah,
if
but
you go back
I love
and
the second time. She's like, "Get a fucking eye dog."
yeah, and that's how I.
Oh, Chad's infected. Chad's infected.
And Brody.
Knew it.
And Brody. God damn it.
Motherfuckers.
Don't worry.
And I've been drinking this whole time.
But it sort of
Got
plays
nothing
on
to
that-
say.
Don't worry, I got my Jack and Coke. I'm good.
Heather's the only safe one. She's drinking coffee. That's a diuretic.
Yes.
Yeah, just dude, I couldn't drink coffee on
I
the
had
show.
to,
I'd have to be doing it from the other fucking room, bro. I'd be
I
out
don't
every
know,
3 minutes.
It felt to me there was a
one
bit
of
of a
the-
red herring, that everyone else is taking a drink except for her. So it's like, well, I don't know. And like Steve said, they zoom in on her in certain scenes where it's sort of pretty obvious that she's the fucking. creature.
But you wouldn't catch it if it's your first time watching it, and that's the best part. Because I remember watching it the first time too, and I didn't start to catch on until she's talking to Stokely, and I'm like, "It's her! Oh shit, it's her!"
And I do like that they
Yeah,
go
oh,
back and
Stokely,
show that
yeah.
little finger scene of her like unwrapping the drugs.
Yeah.
Which, if she was doing that, she still didn't almost need to seal her nostrils, but that still was kind of a cool, weird little thing that she could seal her
Yeah.
nostrils.
Yeah, I suppose because they can see in the pen if you've done it or not.
Yeah. But just in case any of it maybe accidentally
how
fluffed
would
up in
you-
there, you know?
But here's my problem with that scene.
I feel like you should
Well,
have noticed
I
that finger way more.
Well, not even the
Well,
finger.
the finger,
That's
but-
the powder falling.
Yeah.
How do you
Right.
not
Watch,
notice that?
watch how she was holding it. She had it like completely covered by a hand, and her arm was
Yeah,
like
it was like this.
Yeah.
But it still feels like, now granted,
Something would have.
they also
Fell
all
off.
just did pens, so they're all tweaking a
Yeah.
little bit too. So yeah, I
Yeah,
guess you got
that's
that
true, that's
curvature of it.
And they do that quick pan shot to that Brewster bitch because she's carrying on like a fucking idiot. So it sort of takes the heat away from her. As
right.
They pan
It's-
across.
She
Yeah.
she programmed
Yeah,
her to
that's
be like a distraction.
Yeah.
And that's
They-
when
they-
she like essentially took it and it's like, yo, expose yourself, save me.
Yeah.
That's how which
Save your queen.
I like when they get exposed, man. Like I like the little tentacles and shit coming out of their fucking
and
cheeks and
like,
stuff, dude.
Yeah.
like Gene just said, they're all high anyway, so they might.
Yeah, like, I mean,
He's fucking tweaking, man. Let him fucking tweak.
granted, everybody is you know,
That shit was
I was
great.
gonna say everybody has different fucking levels and what they can handle, but obviously all these people were first timers, so
Yeah.
and even our man Zeke,
I will
he said
also-
he doesn't get high on his own stash, which he's a good, that's a smart man.
That was I laughed when he started tweaking. I laughed like that was just fucking comical to me. The way he just starts busting out laughing out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Also, the one scene I have to say, I don't know if anybody else thought about this in school, ripping off that paper cutter and just fucking using
Oh,
it.
dude.
Whoa.
Ever, always.
Yeah,
I
like,
always
come
had
on.
that thought.
I
But
was the
wanted
same way.
to
I'm
go
like,
take it, not hurt anybody with it, but
But
just
you
take
know-
it off and see if it
you
would cut
know
things.
that that was always
We
the go-to
can-
thought. Is like, yo, man, if I ever need a weapon, that's the fucking
Machete.
one.
There it is.
Right?
yes.
That's
My
the
first
fucking
thought
one.
when I was in school, I'm like, that's a fucking long blade on there.
Fucking A, dude.
Okay,
That was
yeah.
that was a solid scene, man, for sure.
Yeah.
They even have paper
every-
cutters and fucking Scoobs. You would
Yeah,
know. You're a
they still
fucking.
have-
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
We still
Every
have it.
and mostly every room would have one. So if you're in a room
But
in
they're
the school, and
plastic.
shit's going down.
Plastic
They're
blades,
plastic
right?
now.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Now
the
that-
blade's real, but it's a plastic handle, so it's
Oh,
you could hurt somebody with it, but it ain't gonna. It's not like those heavy duty wood ones we had back in the day.
Right.
And that
there was
and that was
legitimately
Yeah.
machete on a hinge. Like,
and that was a very old kind of a rundown school. So that paper cutter was probably from like the 60s.
That was probably metal.
Oh yeah,
the
it
whole
was.
thing was
Guaranteed.
probably
was
metal,
metal.
dude. Like, and he just ripped it off.
Like you could have just used the whole damn thing as a blunt object and beat him to death with it.
Did do any of you know who a Harry Knowles? He's
Yes.
like a film. Did
Yeah.
you see him in this?
Mhm.
Did any of you read his Blade 2 review? Sorry to sidebar here, but did you read his Blade 2 review?
I might have.
Oh,
Fucking
Henry
amazing.
Knowles. He was the
No.
big redhead teacher dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the most
Yeah.
fucked up things I've ever read. Sorry to sidebar, but
Really?
after the show, yeah, read it.
Now I'm
It's
dying.
fucking-
I want to know.
it's so
His review on Blade 2.
his review on Blade 2. It is very controversial and super fucked up.
Well, I'm just gonna.
I mean, I
start doing
enjoy
that now.
Blade 2.
Well, no. He praises it, but he praises it in a very sexual manner. It's very uncomfortable to read.
That doesn't.
Oh, does he want to fuck the mouths of the fucking vampires? Ugh.
Well, after reading it, probably.
What the hell were they called? I can't even remember, dude.
Reapers.
Reapers. I love that look, dude. Like, I didn't like the anime so much stuff in that movie. Like the fight in front of the dog lights was shit, but the rest of the movie was fucking awesome.
Oh, no, it's been a hot minute since I've seen any of the Blade movies.
Dude, the second
I
one
think
had
I've
a
seen-
lot of anime feel.
I
like,
think
a
I've
lot
seen
of
the
anime
second one
vibe
less
shit.
than the other ones.
Really?
I think.
I can't remember. I know I saw the second one a long time ago. I just watched the first one like last year. I need to watch the second one again.
I haven't watched any of them.
I probably watched the first one the most, and the third one's like a guilty pleasure one. For
Third
me,
one's
dude.
very much a guilty pleasure because it
'Cause
really
it's like-
introduced us to Ryan Reynolds.
Yes and no,
Yeah.
because we already had Ryan Reynolds, But this was more like Ryan Reynolds as we know him now.
Now, yeah. This
Yeah.
back then we knew him from like two guys that grew on a pizza place.
Oh, right. Or at best, Van Wilder. So he was like on that
Yeah.
kind of
Write
edge.
that down.
That's right.
Was that after or before Van Wilder?
What's that?
Blade 3.
Oh, that was after.
After.
'Cause Van Wilder was, I believe, also 1998, maybe 1999.
Jesus Christ, Bobby.
Bob, you had fun, bud. All right, we're gonna get rid of Bob here. No, that was yeah, I forgot that. So you know what? It was I had to look up Harry Knowles because they showed him. I'm like, why do I even know who this dude is? But like, I just didn't know the name.
I preferred his cameo in Texas Chainsaw Massacre as a severed head better.
Yes, he was on the table. I forgot. Fucking right, dude. How many other? I wonder how many other like cameos he's done in other movies.
I don't know, but I've always thought he was kind of a self-absorbed prick myself.
Isn't most big critics usually are?
Kinda.
Who's the dude with the mustache? What was his? What the fuck was that?
Gene
dude?
Shalit.
Gene Shalit. That's right. Yeah. The only critic that I like to watch is Jay Sherman. That's just saying hands down.
Yeah.
Funny sidebar. I was just telling my coworker Brandon today about why I respect John Lovitz so much.
Oh, Van Wilder was 2002. Wow, that was later than I expected.
But still, that's just. Is what
That is. I mean, Blade 3 was 90, or Blade 3 would have been 2006, maybe 2007.
No. Before that, I want to say 2005 or 2004.
Let's see. I was working at the pizza shop. Probably 2005.
I'm thinking.
I just read part of the review.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
I'm gonna have to
Like
look this
2
shit up,
lines.
dude. All right.
I just read like 2 lines from the review, and I'm like, what the fuck?
All right.
Oh,
So I think
dude,
we're
yeah.
side gating a little bit too much here. Is there anything else that we do want to discuss on this topic? While we're on the topic of discussion,
I mean, we already.
I think there should have been more Usher.
more singing, or
Yeah.
just Usher
Which
in
is,
general?
which is funny.
No.
He's featured more prominently on the poster than the main character
Yeah.
of Stan, who's standing behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have gotten a little bit more.
They just use that motherfucker for inclusivity. Like we got.
I just feel that we should have seen a little bit more of him being more ruthless, especially like towards Stan. You know what I mean? I think there could have been a lot of rivalry there because there already was rivalry, and I feel like him getting infected would have just boosted that even more.
Right, you just been a
And there
complete
should have been a
asshole.
showdown or something there
All right.
to showcase that. You know?
Like them still just like thinking like he cares about the quarterback spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I can see that.
I'm wondering if there's something that got cut. I find it hard to believe they didn't have any other scenes designed with him in them.
I don't know. I can't believe we haven't talked about one of the best scenes in the movie yet, and that's when fucking Elijah Wood's dad.
Takes the fucking
flogging the
more,
bishop, son.
no more polishing the bishop.
No more flogging the bishop.
First of all,
I had to write that down. I
that
can't bring that up.
scene was great because like him just ripping apart the room, but it's not even the dad. The dad's not even the dick at that point.
It's
That's
the mom.
Because the mom's like,
Wait, his porn.
fuck you, mom. How you know about my
Yeah.
porn, you stupid bitch?
Mom's
Get out of the
always
room.
know. Mom's always know.
Yeah, because they always be snooping, dude. Like, get hey, bro.
I did like the
Like your old man's gonna be upset you got porn. He'd be like, "Attaboy."
It was
You know what
probably
I
his
mean?
dad's
Yeah,
magazine.
exactly, dude. It's
Nice
probably his
selection.
hand-me-downs, dude. Like, fucking hey. Ah,
No more flogging the bishop.
flogging the
I did like the you see the transparent skin when they're standing out in the rain. The
Yeah.
coach and all
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, when they're
was
fucking
pretty cool.
yeah.
just absorbing it all. Like, fucking hey. It would have been cool if they did that like another time where if they were almost like watering the field and the team was just all out in the sprinklers or something like that. Maybe not show their face, but just show that before the rainstorm. And so you have like a, what are they doing over there kind of moment. But that's,
Do you think anybody was infected on the opposite team
Oh, yeah.
while they were playing the game?
yeah, dude, they were infecting.
Yeah, they
That
were infecting him on the field.
Yeah.
That would have been
Didn't-
like to see like well, no, I know, but I mean to see like a close up of it I would have liked for that to be extended more to show that yes, the team's getting infected, but then they're infecting these people and there's more people getting infected.
Right. It should be
at
a
the
way
game.
broader spread at that point because
Yeah.
you figure that whole team is going to get infected by the end of the night on the bus ride home, right? Like, so boom. And then they're going to start affecting their own school, all that good shit.
They should have set this in Texas.
Steve is saying he's waiting for a most attractive character. We'll be getting there.
I think we already know who that is.
I think we might have. I think we might
two.
have a discrepancy. I've got a couple picks that I'm keep flip flopping on.
I have 3. I actually have 3.
The music teacher
I'm hands
looks like
down. I know
Costanza's
what
mom.
mine is.
Oh God! Now all I could think of is that fucking doll.
We'll get there though.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Susan's doll.
Georgie, what are you doing? I love that.
It didn't just get George; it got his dad too.
Oh, that's right. Didn't it start like yelling at him at the end of the
very end.
episode? And he like didn't he like break the doll or something like that? Or like,
He
yeah,
ripped its head off.
yep. Fucking hey, dude. Well, if there's nothing else that we want to particularly discuss, I mean, I feel like we got a lot. But if there's nothing else, we can hand it over to Chad Daddy, see what he's got for behind the scenes.
I got a good
Spread them alien cheeks.
All right, a lot of the filming was done at the high school in Lockhart, Texas.
Oh shit!
The football,
Ah.
the football team was used, and the city was told to show up for the football game, or were given fake T-shirts to wear in the stands.
That's what I was gonna say. This would have been great if it had been set in Texas, because literally small towns like Lockhart shut down on Friday night for football games. Like, it is the best thing ever.
I mean, it was like that in my parents' hometown in Indiana too, but I know it's consistent everywhere in Texas.
Huge in Texas.
Yeah, it's a huge part of the culture.
Friday night lights did not lie.
Yeah, I love that show.
All right.
It was on the set of this film that Harry Knowles first got wind of Peter Jackson making The Lord of the Rings into a movie. He then urged Elijah Wood to go for it, even though the actor had never read the book, which Wood duly did, ignoring the news that Jackson was largely casting British actors and videotaped his own audition.
No shit.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow, that was some history being made right there, wasn't it?
Seriously.
So, we never would have got The Lord of the Rings into the form that we got it if it wasn't for this movie.
That's a fucking thought. Huh.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You never would have thought.
I know there's a lot of people here that don't like it. I fucking love The Lord of the Rings, so.
I'd have to sit and
I
watch
told you
it.
before, man, I can't even make it through the first one. So
I mean, I greatly
Fine.
appreciated it. Like, I watched it once. I watched a few times, like, piecemeal on TV after that. But
It's hard to. It is hard
But
to.
I'm not
skip
going to
out.
like intentionally sit down and spend an entire day watching them again.
I'm not going to.
If they're showing it at the theater, like if they're doing like a re-show at the theater, I'll go watch it. But it's
rather
not
do
something
that.
I can put on
Yeah.
and watch.
I could because I'm
Because
a
I'm like,
D&D
why
nerd.
not?
So
Come back to making horror movies, you Kiwi fuck.
it's true.
okay, this was the film debut of both Jordana Brewster and Ursher.
For sure.
Ursher.
Sure.
Ursher.
How many other movies has Ursher done?
I was actually just about to ask that question.
Well, a few here and there, but he mostly plays himself.
Oh,
Lame.
really?
Well, and
Interesting.
wasn't his character?
Look
I'm
at
sure you're about to say it, but wasn't his character originally supposed to be a lot more involved?
I mean,
In
he
this movie.
should have been, but
Probably. I know.
and that's why his face is on the poster, and I'm like, you're in it for maybe 2 minutes.
God damn.
I gotta look up his IMDb now. Anyway,
I'm looking it up right now.
all right.
In 1990, David Wechter and Bruce Kimmel wrote the first draft of the script and sent it out, but there were no buyers. It wasn't until after the success of Scream that Miramax bought the script and rushed it into production. Bob and Harvey Weinstein bought in Kevin Williamson to do rewrites, keeping the basic story but rewriting the dialogue and adding new characters to make it more hip. Originally, Williamson was set to direct the film, but he chose not to so he could direct his self-penned script, Teaching Mrs. Tingle. The Weinsteins then brought in Robert Rodriguez to direct the film instead.
The fuck
Actually,
kind
the
of
movie that got made. You've never seen Teaching Mrs.
I've
Tingle?
never
No.
even heard of that.
No.
What the fuck?
Is it a comedy? What is it?
Please tell me it's a softcore porn or something.
No, it's not a porn. It's not a porn.
Sounds
fuck.
like it should be.
1999.
I haven't
Teaching
seen it
Mrs.
in
Tingle.
years. I haven't seen it in years.
Gene said Miramax-
Katie Holmes is in it.
Yeah, no.
Gene said Miramax makes crappy movies like The Piano. You also forgot The Crying Game. Classy movie.
No.
I just know the
Hearing-
teacher's like a cunt or whatever in the movie, and I think like the main character is like trying to be valedictorian or something, and the teacher's like so cunty that she doesn't want to make it's not a good fucking movie by
all I
any
know-
means
There you
necessary.
go.
All I know about that movie is they changed it. The original title was supposed to be Killing Mrs. Tingle.
Teaching Mrs. T. Yeah, I can't say I've ever even heard of this.
All I know is now I'm going to be thinking of Miramax and going, Miramax.
Fucking Miramax.
Miramax.
It's Miramax.
That's all I can think of is just Jay and Silent Bob quotes every time somebody brings that shit up. All right. What else you got, Chad Daddy?
Can you guys see and hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is saying my network connection dropped to like 1.
You were on
Mine's
3 out of
on.
10.
You're in
right
yellow.
now. You're out of 5 out of
You're-
10.
Yeah,
so
it's
you're-
coming.
5 out of
back
10.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going
You're,
on.
who knows? Storm coming in.
No, I mean, supposedly, but it might be. They might just be sending updates through the Wi-Fi. Gillian Anderson turned down the role of Valerie Drake.
X-Files.
Who did? Sorry.
Gillian Anderson.
Oh, no. Okay.
I'm kind of okay. I'm okay that she turned it down.
Yeah. Wow, dude, he's in a lot of movies. He was in Muppets Most Wanted as
Yeah, he was in. I was.
he was
looking
in
at that
Muppets
too.
Most Wanted as the usher.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
hope he refers to himself as the usher. He's like, I'm the usher.
Fucking right, dude. Interesting.
At one point, the principal suggests saving money by reusing the set from Our Town. The joke is that Thornton Wilder's Our Town has no set. I know nothing about plays, so I didn't know that.
Neither do I.
I don't either. No.
Heather's nodding along like, yeah, I know
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, fuck you guys.
Usher was also in Scary Movie 5.
I just read that too.
He was?
I haven't seen
Where?
that one.
He was a janitor.
I don't think I've seen 5. Wait, was
I didn't
5 the
even
Evil
know.
Dead one? I don't remember.
No.
Hold on.
And
3 is still my favorite out of them all.
his performance yesterday was shit.
It was trash.
Well,
It was,
yeah,
but you know what? The last few Super Bowl performances have been
shit.
trash.
I don't,
Give me Metallica already. I want Metallica.
I don't watch
Super
the
Bowl.
foosball, so I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you know what's something?
Something to pump you up.
Yeah.
Well, my friends know I'm a metalhead, and they said, Bobby, hasn't a metal artist done it? I said, if they did, it would have been one of the best performances.
Creed,
but that's
bring
not going to
back
happen
Creed.
until I'm dead.
I don't know about
Fuck
metal, but I
yeah.
remember the Stones did it a few years ago.
Stones, Kiss did it. In terms of that kind of genre, I
Yeah,
say
I
that.
think
Kiss,
last
Kiss
Super
played
Bowl.
at our grand final down here.
The last Super Bowl I watched,
yeah,
was
they
the
did.
Who did it.
The best one I remember seeing was Eminem a few years
No,
ago. I thought that
Metallica
was
did
good.
not do the Super Bowl.
Mm-mm.
They
No,
did.
Metallica's
I
never.
don't think they've even been asked.
You want to know why? They also can't afford them. They're not going to go in there and be like, "Yeah, you're not paying us this shit."
Yeah, but I don't think I just thought
They had
paid the
Eminem, Dr.
acts.
Dre, and Snoop there the other year.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Snoop
Oh,
would.
yeah,
Yeah,
They could-
Rihanna last year.
They could
sucked.
drop the money for Metallica, but Metallica
They
probably
could.
wouldn't do
no,
it.
they could, but they're not gonna.
But see, funny thing though, Metallica hasn't done that, but they did perform the national anthem at the Stanley Cup Finals a few years ago.
Nice.
Was that Kirk Hammett and James Hetfield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, they
They-
should just do a flip around, dude, and just next year, Tom Jones.
I think
Only
Tom Jones. dude.
What's new?
Only
Pussycat?
sings Pussycat over and over.
What's that?
Yeah.
Only if he sings "What's New, Pussycat" over and over and
It
over.
just sounds like
For
the
30
the record
fucking
got
minutes.
stopped, but it's just. I'm down with that.
that or give me Wayne Newton. I'd be
By the way,
happy.
if you guys get that reference, you're like 10 times cooler now.
Yeah. High five, Chad
I
Daddy.
love John Mulaney.
John Mulaney.
Fucking A. What else we got, Chad Daddy?
The role of Delilah was originally written for Charisma Carpenter. She turned it down because she felt the role was too similar to her character Cordelia on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Sarah Michelle Gellar, the star of Buffy, also turned down a role in The Faculty.
You know what? I'm glad you said what role she played because I did not recognize that name at first.
I was just about
Yeah,
to
me
say,
neither.
I have no
As soon as you
idea.
said,
Jeez, guys. Come on, guys. Cordelia.
Ooh.
that's all I know her as, though. I don't
Cordelia
know her real
on
name.
Angel. Cordelia on Angel.
Yes.
On Angel.
See, I never
Cordelia-
watched Angel, dude.
Charisma
Who
Carpenter
is
and that
she?
Playboy I have down in the basement.
I got.
Oh yeah, she
I'm gonna need.
I didn't even watch all.
I'm
the
gonna need pictures for science purposes.
How the
man,
fuck do you spell Cordelia?
It's B-O-R-D-E-L.
Just look up Charisma Carpenter.
Which that name sounds like more of a porn name than anything, dude.
Which one, Cordelia or Charisma?
Charisma Carpenter, dude. Like that sounds like a
Yeah.
stripper name, bro. Like now coming up to the stage, Charisma.
Charisma.
Like, come on.
Yeah, she's
Remember,
not
gentlemen,
bad.
she works for Tips and Tips alone.
That's right. Well, her
Yeah,
boyfriend's
she's
drug
not bad.
habit won't support itself.
Remember, she's a single mother of 4 going to college.
That's right. And those babies need daycare. I could totally do that.
Continuing on.
It's not hard.
Several
what
scenes
she said.
involving an additional character named Venus, played by Kidada Jones, were shown in TV previews for the film, as well as Tommy Hilfiger commercials, but cut from the film. She is also visible in a scene in theatrical version standing next to Ursher in Mr. Furlong's class when they're looking at the new species in the aquarium.
That's okay. So it's not Usher. It was that character. He was supposed to be a main character.
Weird.
And in
They
some
cut him out.
in some of the original posters, his face is there, and you're like, but he doesn't exist.
That's weird. They cut a complete character. Damn.
First
Yeah,
time it's happened.
not important enough. No, I know, but just like that'd be crazy if you like filmed even scenes and you're just like, you know what? Scrap that.
No, what would suck is if you tell, you get excited because it's like a movie that you're in, and you tell all your friends and family,
Oh,
and then all of a sudden you're not in the fucking movie.
That
You're like,
happens.
well,
It's like-
who did that happen? That happened to a comedian or somebody in Frozen, and he was all excited that he was going to be in Frozen, that his voice was going to be in Frozen, and they completely fucking cut his part.
Oh no shit.
I don't remember what. Yeah, I don't remember what comedian it was, but he had like a very intricate part in Frozen, and so he has this whole comedy stand-up routine about how he had to like go and tell his friends and family that he got cut from a fucking animated movie, and everybody was making fun of him.
I don't
That's
know
why
what's
they have
worse, being cut-
NDAs.
I don't know what's worse though, being cut from a movie or animated movie. Like you can't even be on screen. You still got
When
I
you're-
think it's
When
actually
your
an
acting is
animated movie.
bad enough that you're cut from an animated movie.
shit.
Oh fuck,
It's
Damn,
probably
that'll
honestly
happen to
because
me.
like Disney didn't want to animate that scene.
Disney's.
Disney.
No, they just probably didn't want to spend the money to animate that scene, dude. It's like fuck it, dude. That shit's gonna cost
I could,
money
yeah, that could be
if it's a long
let's do that.
scene. But
I could
Shad
do that.
Daddy,
Elijah
Here
Wood,
for it.
Clea Duvall, Jordana Brewster, and Sean Hattasey appear in the music video for Another Brick in the Wall Part 2, performed by this class of 99, which is featured in this film's soundtrack. In keeping with her character Stokely, Clea Duvall does not lip sync to the lyrics with her co-stars.
because she's edgy,
She was.
Yeah.
but she's not very edgy at the end, coming in with her pastel.
wasn't-
fucking pink.
She wasn't as edgy as the chick with the nose piercing.
No, those girls were definitely way more like.
You know who the
Yeah.
chick with the nose piercing is?
No.
Robert Rodriguez's sister.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
I still like Hartnett, even at the end, though. I gotta say, I don't know why I didn't bring this up. Even when he's now like the good guy, he's still smoking a cigarette on the fucking football. But I mean, yo, dude's 18, right? Fuck it.
She hates Pink Floyd covers also.
The fuck is
Yeah,
going
that
on with my
happens.
internet tonight?
Yeah, you're in the red right
I
now.
know.
All your audio is coming in fine. So.
Yeah, audio's fine.
What the hell is going on here?
I
Well,
do
keep
agree with
going.
that. I don't.
It's a
You
twister.
just see a fucking. I was gonna say you just see a tree fly through his fucking window.
A cow.
Another cow.
Twisters.
It's Mary Lou.
Twisters. Oh, he's down to 0.
Mary Lou.
1. It went up to 1.
Oh,
Now
Chance
you
is
just
trying-
said that. Now you're
Chance is trying to crash it at this point, dude. Fuck
It's
it.
Mary Lou.
Fuck it, eh? Oh, it just went
You
back
gotta
up.
say her last name.
Retton? I don't remember what her last name was. The only Mary Lou Retton. Mary Lou I know is Mary Lou Retton.
Wasn't it Maloney?
Wait, wasn't Mary Lou Retton like a skater?
Gymnast.
she's a
She's
fucking
gymnast.
Oh, gymnast. Yeah, that's what.
I think it was Maloney. I think that was her last name.
Maloney.
Maloney.
melanoma.
She wanted that
Yeah,
baloney.
Old melanoma head. That's what we call them.
Mary Lou Maloney. That was her name. Dude, that movie still freaks me the fuck out. Ugh.
That fucking rocking horse, dude.
Mm.
Okay, continuing on. Jessica Alba auditioned for the role of Delilah Prophet.
Mm.
God, she would have been young as fuck in this too. Probably about
Yeah.
the same age, probably 18 or so.
Yeah.
Clea Duvall is a lesbian actress playing a heterosexual girl pretending to be lesbian to scare people off.
That's
That's a
some fucking
lot
shit
to
right
take
there,
in right
dude.
there.
That's some levels.
He's a dude playing a dude.
Played dressed as another dude. Fucking right, bro.
Principal Drake gets her name from the Drake equation, which is used to estimate how much intelligent life there is in the universe.
Yes.
And not a lot. Oh, sorry.
There's no
Is that
intelligent life here.
Duh.
Going down by the day.
Yeah, there's like what?
No,
50
dang,
people?
no, it's
Idiocracy, baby.
you kidding me? It's going down.
We are living the
Maybe.
idiocracy.
You're not wrong.
That movie scared the crap out of me. I just saw it for the first time like 3 years ago.
Which
What?
movie?
What, idiocracy?
I was
wasn't
freaking
supposed to be
out the whole
scary.
movie. It's terrifying.
It's scary now because it's real
Yeah.
life happening.
Well, yeah, but like I said, it's not supposed to be scary.
Rondo got electrolytes.
I don't know,
Shit,
man, dude.
now I gotta watch that. I didn't.
It's-
I've never seen it.
What's even worse to me is like seeing all the videos of people actually walking around with VR headsets in the public. Like, bro, no, you need to
gonna be like
unplug
Wall-E.
at some fucking point, man.
It's gonna be like Wally eventually.
Well, these dudes, like, all I think of is like, man, this is just gonna lead to a bunch of dudes just fucking virtual women all the time, and they're not even gonna try to go out and fucking chase real women anymore and shit, dude. Like, this is gonna be like that Futurama episode where Fry ends up fucking the robot the whole time. Dude,
Ooh, it's on.
that's all we're gonna get to, man.
Oh, Mike Judge directed Idiot. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Idiocracy,
yes, he
yeah.
did.
Yeah, he did.
I only just seen Office Space for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Oh my god!
Oh,
dude.
wow.
Oh,
I
have-
love
I've
this
seen
Space
that
is a
either.
great movie,
Oh,
You've never seen Office Space?
nah,
Oh my
Chad Daddy.
god.
dude.
You'd
it
love
was fucking
You would
great.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would fucking love it, Chad Daddy.
Yeah, my buddy
We need to do a watch party.
Brandon was just telling me about it the other day at work. He's telling me that I need to see it. So
Honestly, best. I mean, there's so many good characters in it too, but at least my favorite, hands down, was
Mullet Man.
Dietrich Bader, dude.
Yeah.
Dietrich Bader is the best in that fucking movie.
When he knocks
Hey,
on
man,
the wall,
there's-
he's like, "Do you want me to
Chicks
come
eat
over?"
each
He's like,
other out on Channel 2.
he knocks on the wall. He's like, "Do you want me to come over?" He's like, "Hey man, I don't want you fucking up my life too."
Yeah. What does he ask him? He's like, "Yo, man, what do you?" He's like, "Let me ask you a question." He's like, "If you did this," and he's like, "Nah, man." Hell nah, man.
Hell nah.
What the hell was the question though that he got
The
asked?
The Mondays.
The Mondays. Yeah. Have you ever had the case of the Mondays?
No.
man.
Hell no.
All right,
man.
continue on, Chad.
during a retrospective interview for Halloween H2O, Josh Hartnett acknowledged his controversial hairstyle that can be seen in that film and The Faculty. Both productions hated it, but Hartnett intentionally kept cutting his own hair and messing it up to look more like an authentic teen. These antics led to fights with producers and the director of H2O, who wanted him fired. Ultimately, that did not occur, and Hartnett finished both films.
So he was cutting his own hair?
Yeah, you didn't know that.
I did not, because I
Oh,
was
yeah.
wondering what stylist keeps fucking doing this to this
No.
poor guy.
Yeah, no, he was tired of the stylist is making his hair like pristine. He's like, no fucking kid's hair in high school is.
No, I mean he definitely has high school kids' hair of just not like
Yeah,
that's
no.
that's an Edgar right there, bro. Like for sure,
He
What about
was the
Ursher?
most
for sure.
he was one of the most authentic looking like high school kids.
It only if like, I mean my hair does it, but I always get like one side that'll just fucking like. when I
Yo,
wake up
yeah.
in the morning where it's just like, oh,
When I have
That-
longer hair, I do the same thing.
Same.
I want to see Bob with long hair. It's just like,
I don't.
Dude, when my hair gets too long, I look like Wolverine. I get these freaking wings on the side of my head.
I used to have curly hair. Now
Actually-
it's never coming back.
according to my wife, I look more like in the terms of what's his name from basketball.
Kenny.
What? No, the
Is it-
fucking. Oh my god, dude, the main dude.
Oh,
Oh, I know.
Coop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Cooper.
Like just how his hair is just like sporadic and everywhere. Yeah, that's mine. Ridiculous. That might be a movie for movies we love.
That's it's on my list.
Word.
I still
Anyways,
can make that list.
Chad.
At the start of the movie, Coach Willis is seen standing at the end of a long hall, then begins running down the hall in pursuit of Principal Drake. The way he runs and the way the scene is shot, cutting back and forth between Willis running and
he
Drake
would have made
coming
it
up the
there
door,
way faster.
mirrors a similar scene in T2 when the T1000, also played by Patrick, is chasing the Connors and the T800 down a long hall while they wait for an elevator door to open.
Yep.
It's a great scene.
And we get the fucking elevator. Things. Fucking best, dude.
It's such a great scene.
I haven't watched T2 in a minute, man. I should.
I just watched it the other day, and I just went like this. They just don't make them like they used to.
Mm-mm.
No.
It just sucks because how do you go from something that's so great to Terminator 3?
I still would rather watch Terminator 3 than the ones after Salvation.
I would.
I like
I was
Salvation.
gonna say I like Salvation.
No, I said after Salvation. 'Cause
Salvation was
I do-
definitely better than T3.
Salvation is like number 3 for me. Like
Genesis had so much fucking potential to be a great
did.
fucking movie, and they just fucking shit.
We can't.
instead.
And let's not
I would rather
discuss
watch
Dark
3 than Genesis or
Don't
Dark
even get me
Fat.
Oh, yeah.
started on Dark Fate. Fuck that film.
Dark Fat. Call it what it is.
I say it all the time. Someone says you're just an Arnold fan. I'm like, no, he's the best part of that movie, no matter what.
Which
you
one's
say.
Dark Fate?
They
The
killed
last
The
John
one
Connor
where
in the first 2 minutes.
Connor is the fuck. No.
They killed
No,
John
no,
Connor
no.
in the first 2
They
minutes.
killed John Connor
Yeah.
in that movie. Arnold was the best part of that movie. There's just everything else is just like whatever.
Yeah.
Did that come out before or after Dark or Genesis?
After.
No,
After.
it's the
About
final
4
Terminator
years.
film.
4 years after.
That was supposed to be the one that like Linda Hamilton came back in and shit like that.
It's the last one they made.
Cameron
Oh.
actually was like a part of it.
That's the one that I meant that could have been a fucking good film, and they just shit all over everything.
Word.
I stopped
Alright.
after stop at Salvation. That's it.
Let's finish behind the scenes because we've got way too many fucking sidebars going
After-
on.
For McDonald's character wishes Robert Patrick's character good luck with the football game, Patrick shoots at McDonald with his hand. This is an homage to McDonald's famous Shooter McGavin character from Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. Fucking right, dude. That's awesome. That's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that, sir.
Heather wasn't here when it happened, so I'll tell you what happened in the chat.
Anyways, Chad Daddy.
The high school band in the football scene is from Austin High School in Austin, Texas, which is the high school that President George W. Bush's daughters, Barbara and Jenna, attended.
Oh, no shit. W. The W. The W.
Sherilyn Fenn was Rodriguez's first choice to play Elizabeth Burke.
Charlotte. I don't know who that is.
I have no idea who the fuck that is.
Twin Peaks.
Oh.
I have no idea who the fuck that
okay,
is.
okay.
I've never
All right.
watched Twin Peaks.
That's a decent watch.
Elijah Wood heard about the upcoming Lord of the Rings films while filming this movie and sought out the role of Frodo. The role of Bilbo, played by his castmate Ian Holm, also appeared in another film about parasitic extraterrestrials. Alien.
Oh,
Oh. Wait, who did?
Yeah,
I,
Yeah,
once again, I
Bilbo.
didn't-
Bilbo.
who played?
He was the
I didn't watch. I
android.
haven't watched. Oh,
What the fuck is that?
It's fucking Pod Boss.
and Japanese.
You know it's the boss.
Is it Japanese, Chinese? What do we? I don't
It
know.
looks Japanese.
That's Japanese.
Cantonese.
Cantonese.
It's
Vietnamese. It looks more Vietnamese to me.
I
Want to know what it is?
I'm not even gonna try.
Who fucking knows?
Anyways, Chad Daddy.
Let's see. Robert Patrick and
do I
Famke Jensen share the same birthday, November 5th. Patrick was born in 58 and she was born in 64.
All right.
The official score from Marco
Nice.
Beltrami was released for the first time last year in 2023. This revealed that several tracks from the film had been hastily retooled to be used in Halloween H2O when Marco was hired to finish the music after John Ottman was fired. Most prominently, the track titled Offensive Coach is used repeatedly in H2O. H2O was released just 4 months prior to this, which debuted Christmas Day '98.
That's a little faulty saying he was fired because they had him try to redo it as they were redoing it behind his back too. His original score would have been better, but we'll leave it at that. It's another discussion, another day. Continue.
Daniel Von Bargen and Josh Hartnett both play a character named John Tate. Von Bargen plays Mr. John Tate in this film, whereas Hartnett played John Tate, the son of Laurie Strode, in his previous film H2O.
Ho-ho. Previous by a few months. Fucking hey, dude.
Still previous.
Yeah. I know, man. If you were a Hartnett fan, 98 was where it's at, dude. Like, goddamn.
Zeke.
What was the Devon Sawa year? 97?
Zeke is the only character in the entire film not infected.
Oh yeah, he's not.
I mean, Elijah, I don't know. I don't really
He was
consider him.
infected.
I
It
don't
didn't-
consider him.
I
He
don't,
was still
but it
infected.
wasn't
They
even
were
fully
still in him.
infected, though.
It's still infected.
That was like just the tip. It wasn't even there yet.
Yeah, but if you put in just the tip, sometimes that's all
It
you
still
need.
counts. It still counts.
Oh, that's like that Scrubs episode where he knocks up that chick before he even gets with her. You guys probably never watched Scrubs too much. Have you?
I did, but I don't
watched a lot
remember
of
that one.
Scrubs. Yeah,
It was one towards the later seasons, but it's like he's with one girl and he gets her pregnant, but like the whole story was he got so excited before they had sex that he just like came on her and still got her pregnant. It's like, oh damn,
Dude, man, the real star of that show was the Todd.
Todd was good. Todd was solid.
No, the Todd.
I always liked
he was the Todd.
I always liked the lawyer. What the fuck was the bald guy there? I can't think of his name. Anyways,
I
we're
know
not
who you
talking
mean.
Scrubs, we're talking Faculty. So
If you look at the characters of the cast in relation to the Breakfast Club, you will note that there is a princess, Delilah, a jock, Stan, a brain, Casey, an outcast, Stokely, and a criminal, Zeke. It's all stereotypes. This is a big hint to who the alien is, as Mary Beth is the only one as a Southern new girl who doesn't fit the grouping.
yeah, 100%.
I'm going to keep moving on. It is unknown when Delilah was infected, but it's safe to assume that she was assimilated sometime immediately leaving school, thus explaining why the police are unable to reach her at her home. This also explains her use of glasses and more dowdy clothing when returning to school, as the aliens seem to allow their host to unleash their desires free of normal societal constraints. In this case, Delilah secretly wants to fit into the crowd rather than lead because of her looks, though her wearing glasses is more likely because contacts will dry out the eyes of people who wear them. This is true.
That makes sense.
As these creatures dehydrate their human host, she switched to glasses so her eyes wouldn't dry out. It is also possible that she was assimilated during the scene in the lab during all the commotion with Principal Furlong, as Mary Beth was seen taking her to safety behind one of the benches. Which I did not pick up on.
Oh,
I did not.
I never
Did
thought
I?
of that one.
I like it.
Aliens, yes.
On broadcast TV, at the end credits, the English teacher, Famke Janssen's character, walks up to Zeke and grabs a pen filled with scat, snorts it, and smiles at Zeke. That scene is not in the movie on any other version.
Such a terrible name for a drug. Here, do some shit. Like, what the fuck, bro? I don't know. Anyways, I mean, that would be a high schooler's name for a drug. So that, I guess, makes sense.
Okay, let's see. When they confront Principal Drake, assuming her to be the queen, Mary Beth empties almost the entire supply of Zeke's drugs over her, even after she's been stabbed with a pen full of the stuff.
She was
We're
on
meant-
purpose.
We're meant to assume she's panicking, but she's actually doing this so they'll run out quicker, just as the stoners tried to literally buy all of Zeke's supply after becoming infected, so that no one will realize the alien's weakness.
By the way, did you catch the name of the stoners?
No.
No.
Hold on, I gotta look it up. It was something. It was like fucked up something. It was.
Nah, that was the boy and girl fighting, wasn't it? It was like the fuck you boy and the fuck you girl.
I don't know. Danny Masterson was labeled as. Hold on, I gotta go back to it. Anyways,
So
go
the
ahead,
only thing I
Chad.
remember about them is going, oh, yeah, he's in that 70s show. Or was.
He's in jail.
Now he's in jail.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. His name and the other kid is fuck up number 1 and fuck up number 2. Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay, and finally, since its release, the faculty has acquired a strong cult following, something acknowledged by director Robert Rodriguez in May 2023. He said, I personally like mixed genre movies, and I found that over time people respond to them a lot. Like, I've never heard people talk so enthusiastically about Faculty until the last couple of years. I hear about that movie so much now.
I mean, it's a solid fucking film, dude.
It is. I liked
It's
it when it
solid
first came
movie.
out.
It is.
I enjoyed watching it again just yesterday.
Yeah,
dude.
Absolutely.
Still such an enjoyable movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, aliens.
That's fucking it. Lots of them. Wet aliens.
Lots
moist.
of wet. You know,
Moist aliens.
no, they're juicy.
They were moist.
We needed
They had to
alien
stay in
sex,
moist
we didn't
bodies.
get
They
it.
said it in the movie. They even said moist. They just popped up in giant fucking
Moist.
subtitles.
In red, like when it brought up their names.
Yep.
Moist.
Awesome. Anything else, Chad Dad?
That's it, buddy.
All righty. Thank you kindly.
That was
Dark Lord
a
of
list,
Knowledge.
list you had there.
Fucking A. All righty, Gorehounds. What format did we watch this on?
Pluto TV.
DVD.
Stan.
DVD.
I also rocked the Pluto with the Bob.
Pluto.
You know what? I gotta say, dude, fuck Pluto. I had so many fucking ads during this
There's a
watch.
lot of
Yeah.
ads.
It was
I had
ridiculous.
so many. It was like, fuck this shit.
But But how else you gonna get free content?
I
if they
get
don't
it,
Pay the
but
bill.
Buy the
Tubi doesn't give
DVD.
Tubi does not give me 30 minutes of fucking commercials.
Nope.
Tubi gives me 3 minutes of commercials. Like, what the fuck, Pluto? I don't know. That was the most annoying part of that watch, I'll say. All right, douche of the film. And there's a few. of them.
Delilah.
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 I think you know who I'm gonna say.
But she's
The
a
cunt.
douche.
She's still a douche.
She fucking was.
She was a douche to fucking Stan at the beginning of the
And
movie because he wanted to quit
you-
the football team.
And it was so unbelievable that she's fucking Casey at the end of this movie.
That pissed me off too.
After all
Like, come on,
That
man.
pissed
man.
that pissed Steph
She-
off so much. She told me, she's like, I fucking hated the ending. She's like, the douche of the movie ended up with the nerd.
Yeah.
She's
I-
only fucking him for his fame. And
Yeah.
that still proves she's a killer.
Probably.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, but that's also the putty he wanted too. So I mean, it kind of works out.
I
he's a
said to
Ain't gonna
Rebecca,
last.
I said to Rebecca when the movie ended, said, "This is not how it works in real life.
No,
This is
see-
bullshit."
If you took
I'm going with Mary Beth.
if you took this ending and just gave it with Can't Hardly Wait, they would have had their little kiss. And it's like Casey and Delilah lasted all summer and then broke up because blah, blah, blah. Like, that's
Yes.
exactly how that shit would have been.
Yes.
Yep.
That shit would have been over in 3 months, dude. Fling would have been gone. Douche of the film. I mean, she was kind of a bitch even before she was infected.
Oh yeah.
She was.
I knew a lot of high school girls like that.
Me
Man,
too.
I don't know. I mean, the coach is probably a dick too, but you don't
He's
really.
just a typical football
Like,
coach.
he's a typical football coach who's a dick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Like, I mean, every football coach was a dick.
he's not
how you get
as
them
probably
winning
much
season.
of a dick as the coach in the last movie we watched, Nightmare 2.
True.
Just for refresh.
Pervert.
Yeah, right.
Revert.
Freak.
By the way, I just also want to point out how funny is it that we got 2 movies in a row with a final girl who's a guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Good call. I didn't catch that.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know what? Fuck it. I guess I'll go Delilah because she was a bitch to her dude in the beginning. Favorite kill.
The
This is a
prison
tough one
guy.
because everybody that gets killed
No,
gets brought back.
Science teacher. The science teacher.
But he didn't.
But he didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's died.
He came back
The
and
science teacher did.
he had,
Is it
no.
The science
At the end,
teacher's
he
dead.
no, he's not.
Eye
It shows
patch,
him in the end. The
and he had
credits.
his bandages
There's-
on his hand.
Oh.
There's 2 deaths in
Oh,
this movie.
shit.
Principal
The principal died.
and the old lady.
Yep.
Correct. And
Uh,
So the fuck did the
And-
principal not come back?
because
Well,
the
she got
principal
the
got
teacher
completely
training.
Oh, yeah,
melted
that's right.
and she
She
dumped
come
all the
back.
drugs on her.
Yeah. I'm
But
a
wait, so
principal.
did the
The main creature
science
also.
teacher. So how did he
No,
do
he
it?
just got stabbed in the eye.
No.
It only
He
killed
had-
the parasite in
Right.
him, and then once that parasite or the queen parasite somehow fucking.
That's
So
why
that's
he had
another
the eye,
question.
That's why he had an eye patch and just the bandages. Like he was good to go.
Yeah.
I mean, we technically
I'd have
got
been
the death
pissed.
of the main monster too. If you want to.
I would have been pissed that my fingers didn't come and reattach themselves while they were squirming around and shit.
I mean, they could have if they didn't stab him with a pen probably as fast. He could have reassimilated.
Motherfuckers.
but-
This is the other question. They killed the parasite inside his body, so technically he should come back to life, shouldn't he?
Maybe I thought about that. Maybe he was just,
I think he was just
laying low
knocked
for the whole
out
movie.
probably.
Maybe he was just
Oh,
laying low the rest of the movie.
Okay.
I mean, he does come back at the end if you missed in the credits. So like,
he
is
does.
there.
Oh, yeah, I agree to that. Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna go with the principal, man. Like she literally got fucking melted.
Yeah,
It was-
and I gotta change
it
it
was gross.
to her.
I'm gonna give it to the old teacher just because I really like the makeup they use for her.
Ooh, that
Yeah,
was
it was-
gross too.
Yeah, I was just
That
gonna
was
say
her
that.
scene
was
also
Scalp
in
peeling
the-
away.
Yeah.
that
in the
was
shower,
very moist.
hugging him. That I don't know about you. That
And he was naked too.
You could probably say the death of the monster itself, maybe. Could you
Yeah,
have
I mean
that?
that was a
You
cool
can
one too,
count
but
that.
It was a squish.
it just kind of Thanos'd away though.
Yeah, it was pretty lame.
Yeah,
It
pretty
just
much.
dried up.
Adjusted.
Yeah,
Sucks.
Hmm.
Because you go through all this traumatic event and then there's no fucking proof that any of it
Yeah.
happened.
Right, because everything just like disintegrated essentially at that point.
I'm just gonna watch Steve
Fucking A.
Eats Carrot. for-
I do like what Casey said to the monster at the end. It's like, you probably wouldn't have liked it here anyway. That was like a cool thing.
Nice little triple shot with the pen.
Yeah.
All right. Best scene.
I'm going with the
The
drug
drug.
scene.
Yeah. Yeah, I had that.
Oh, so like when we're actually like making everybody test it out. So this is the Thing blood scene.
Yeah.
essentially.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That was probably the most high tense scene. I'll say I'll give that for sure.
For some
That was-
reason, I liked the car crash, followed by the
Oh,
crashing was good.
decomposition.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny because I'm picking that as my worst moment because they blew up the car.
I know that was such a nice car too.
This car.
The scene with the teacher when they're all in the classroom.
Best
I
scene.
am actually going to go with the scene where Delilah is chasing Casey through the school bus and the football team's banging on it trying to get in.
That's pretty cool.
That was a pretty tense scene. I really like that.
I'm gonna go the scene where she's walking around naked at the end.
Dang.
Not only just to be a pervert,
I was gonna say that.
not only just to be a pervert, but I like the idea of like how her shadows still showed her like tentacles everywhere and stuff like that, so you could still
Yeah.
almost see like her true form, but not.
You know what that scene reminded me of? And I already brought up her name,
No. Mary Lou?
Mary Lou.
Ah.
When she's
What?
chasing down that one person, she's walking around naked the whole time.
Oh
Did anybody turn
yeah.
up the brightness?
Yeah.
Oh.
Forgot about that.
Did anybody turn up the brightness?
I would have.
I didn't
stopped
have to.
watching.
I didn't have to. Good. It's already there. I could see what I need to see. Worst moment or scene, everybody.
I already said when they blew up the car.
Oh, fuck
It
yeah.
was sad.
That was very sad. That was a sweet ass car.
Yeah, that car was nice. That was a GTO.
This was 1970.
They don't make them like they used to. I would have to say, not really worst moment, more or less effect wise, some of the shitty CGI.
Gene says the Pink Floyd cover. Boy, does he hate that song.
He really dislikes that song.
That's like the 5th time he's brought that up.
Didn't Korn cover that one as well?
Yes. Yes, they did.
Did they?
That was
I've heard that.
much. That was like
Heavy.
post 2010. So,
Mm.
Yeah.
because he was rocking the HR Geiger mic at that point and everything.
Yep.
I liked it, but I also like corn. So if you don't like corn, I probably would not.
How can you
This
not
is a
like
tough
corn?
one.
Some people do.
It's corn.
I only like it roasted.
Yeah. You don't like the Mexican street corn?
That's racist.
What's racist?
He said, "Don't you like the Mexican street corn?"
I don't. I don't like it.
Is it
I've
the
never had
mayonnaise?
it.
How's that racist?
It's the mayonnaise, isn't it?
Ah!
No, it's the tahine that they put on
Oh,
it.
Would you rather have a dressed up banana?
Oh
No. Gross. Nobody's that white. Jesus Christ.
Um,
I'm trying to think of worst moment, but I really can't think of a one that I hated.
That's why I went with the
that's why I
CGI.
picked- That's why I went with the car.
I'm gonna go with Dad taking away the porn because that's so sad.
No more
Yo,
flogging
and his
the bishop.
mom ratted his ass out. She's like,
No more flogging the bishop.
yeah, I'm like, I could never do that to my kid. I don't know.
Any scene? Fuck. I'm fucking struggling. I was going to say any scene that Delilah's in, but the majority of those scenes that she's in are actually pretty decent.
No,
And
she
she did.
worked as a
She
setup.
did a good job making you hate her. So
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I was almost gonna say the scene with where the cop goes into the principal's office because I feel like the other cop would have went in with him, but
Yeah.
it still sets it up well enough to be like, okay, so now the police station's gonna be infected.
I don't know
I
because
don't
the principal is usually a very trusted member.
True. So
In
like,
the
why would they?
community.
Yeah.
And you would still want one officer to be outside
Watching
with the
that kid.
disturbance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't have one this week. I'm just gonna say I don't
Yeah.
have one. I
Yeah,
really
same.
don't.
Yep.
There wasn't
Okay.
any scene that particularly was like this was fucking stupid.
No, yeah, there
Respect
wasn't.
that.
All right. Did the opening scene hook us in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Not just that, but it gave us a fake out. It made you think it was a slasher movie.
Yes, it
Yeah,
did.
I absolutely liked it. That leads us to most attractive character.
This is going to be a hard one, and that's what she said.
But don't bum bum.
That's super easy. I don't know why it's hard. Miss Burke, man.
John
I-
Stewart.
She was the hottest for me, but even before she became an alien.
Before nerdy Miss Burke was way hotter.
Both.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
She
go
went
with
for me
Ner-
nerdy.
When she
and
was nerdy, she was
both
super
ways.
cute.
When she came up in red and just literally completely shit all over him, that was the moment I was like, "Fuck yeah, mommy, bring it."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going, Miss
I'm gonna
Burke,
stick
too.
my foot so far up your ass. What did she say? You're gonna be tasting my foot for a week or something?
Yeah, you should be tasting my toes. And we're to where
would
like
let
if
her
that
do
was
that.
me, I would come back with like,
And be
hell
like,
yeah,
okay,
suck toes.
let's go,
do this."
fucking make it happen.
Right. You ain't fucking making me sad. You're turning me on. What the fuck do I?
I'm gonna go with the principal.
I'm with Scoobs. I've always had a thing for
Principal,
principal.
huh?
Yeah.
Miss
She definitely had that
Burke.
90s makeup going on that was just
Oh,
it
yeah.
was like that 90s kitchen mom, dude. It was like
It was the bangs.
Yep.
And I've always liked her from when she was on Cheers. So
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't she on Frasier?
Yep, she on Frasier too. Yep.
Gene goes Salma Hayek, always a good choice.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
Selma Hayek's a given.
Which I feel like she didn't get enough screen time for us
She
to
did.
like.
She did
really
not.
No,
throw-
she did not.
to be able to
It was
throw
more
her on the
fun
list.
cameo, yeah.
and every
And
time we saw
they
her, she was all
completely
snotty and
laid
shit.
down her makeup on, like she
Yeah,
couldn't
get
see
rid of
the
that
shape
fucking
of her
lab coat,
body.
yo.
Like we
Ah,
all
get
think
outta
we
here.
all
It's
know
almost-
she's hot,
it's al-
but she wasn't hot in this movie.
It's almost like she
Yeah.
was a last minute replacement for somebody else.
Yeah, just to get
I
a
can see
name in
that.
there.
Miss Burke.
Miss Burke, yeah.
How you doing?
Not bad.
And then
John's still
it was
debating.
nice seeing Mary Beth's nudity because she definitely had a nice set of tits.
Oh, I didn't think she was that
They were a
old.
little. They were a little
Yeah.
small.
Ouch!
Damn.
I am. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Small,
You know what?
smaller big.
I'm going Shooter McGavin. Let's go. Fuck
Shooter.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, all right.
That goatee.
He did look
I
good
feel
with
like
that
he pulls
goatee.
that goatee off quite well.
But that goatee would not work for the character of Shooter.
I think it would, dude. That goatee
I
is
don't
very
know.
douchebag goatee. Like that,
Yep.
he could play any like evil businessman. Anything would like, yeah.
I gotta fucking watch. God damn it, Happy Gilmore now.
It's all good.
Fuck.
Hey, man, one
Yeah,
you gotta
it's
you
not
gotta
bad.
have one for Chubbs, bud.
Just
all in the
remember,
hips.
just
Did
remember,
y'all
I'm
see the
sturdy.
Super Bowl commercial?
All
It's made of wood.
in the hips.
Yes. Yo, I was ready to cry at his
Man,
Super
it
Bowl
was so
commercial.
sad.
I'm like,
hit me
man,
right in
he
the
just
heart.
fucking died.
All right, was it scary? Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped over a couple. Best
Yeah, you did.
song.
You-
No,
you-
what the
you-
fuck? Score
Just
set the
skip.
mood. Jesus Christ, why is this all moving around? That was weird. Did the score set the mood?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a little bit of the guitar effect to Another Brick in the Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you got that a
I
lot.
Sorry,
also
Jane.
felt I also felt it could have. Well, it said.
Whoa,
mood,
what
but
the
I felt
hell
like
was
it
that?
missing-
Heather,
That was
Sorry.
loud.
putting her cup down.
It could have been a little more original, considering some of it was used for H2O, some of it was used for this.
Scoob's
but it
fucking
did set
tweaking,
the-
man. You're fucking
See,
tweaking.
if I didn't, I would almost have to watch H2O alongside with this to even notice that. I otherwise
No,
would
no.
not.
You put it this way: there are at least two scenes in this movie you're going to be like this, and you watch H2O, you'll be like, oh yeah, you can
Yeah.
see exactly what they pulled.
But like I said, like I haven't watched H2O enough to where like that's ever sat into my brain to where I would know.
What was the one we
Uh,
watched that half the music was from part?
Friday 13th?
Yeah.
Ooh, fuck. What was that? That wasn't too long ago.
House 2.
Wait,
House 2.
Yes, it was. Yes, you're right.
oh yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. That takes us to best song. I'm going Offspring as well, man. Kids are
But-
all right.
Creed do a
almost-
good cover.
I almost gave it to them. I almost gave it to Creed cover by me.
18.
That's why I was just- that was-
Because you hear that more.
I'm actually-
That was my pick. Was the Creed? I'm 18.
I'm gonna go with
But
that.
they both play a lot on my iPod. Like the Offspring plays a lot more.
Oh, there was Stabbing Westwood. Fuck, who else? Creed, The Offspring.
Garbage.
Soul Asylum.
Soul
Mm.
Asylum.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a good
Oh,
one.
it's a stacked CD.
Oh, Oasis at the end.
Oasis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't know until recently that was Oasis
Oh, really?
because it doesn't sound anything like them, really.
It really doesn't unless you hear the Gallicas. No way. Yeah. No, I'm going with
I'm gonna
Offspring.
go. I'm going with Brick in the Wall
Okay.
just because it fits.
Oh, Gene's gonna be
Granted,
pissed.
you can be pissed, Gene. I don't give a shit. There's some stuff you say I don't like, and that's fine.
Yeah, everybody
still
gets
respect
everybody
it.
gets their choice.
I
You
respect.
have to give
but-
give props to that because Elaine Staley singing it.
Oh, bullshit. Is that him?
I don't think it sounds bad at all. I like
Oh,
it.
yeah,
I feel
I
like
think
it doesn't.
It's
Doesn't
very
sound bad at all.
fitting with that 90s kind of just.
Yep.
Still a little grungy, but
Lane State, he's singing it.
Yeah,
Fuck.
you didn't know that.
Yeah.
No.
I was about to
Oh, yeah.
say he was fuck. When you said that, I'm like, how the
Damn.
fuck did Allison Chains somehow get that?
That's fucking
But
cool.
I think it's a good cover. It wasn't overdone like some bands that do fucking covers overdo.
No,
I'm talking to you, Five Finger Death Punch.
but I will say, I'm very
bro, that is
surprised
just a band I have never.
No.
They are the Nickelback of heavy metal.
No,
No,
fucking
no,
Five Finger
do
Death
not
Punch
insult
is-
heavy metal like that.
They are a cover band that got famous. That's all they fucking are.
Yep.
It's like they were like, "Yo,
Fuck them.
man, we love Avenged Sevenfold so much. Let's just redo what they did."
You know, now that you say, I'm very surprised Lane Stanley did that. Wasn't he at this? That was really that's a tough time.
Lane Stanley fucked Tabitha Sword. He's okay with me.
Yeah, Steve.
Throw
Good
that
job.
out there. Alrighty. Favorite character, everybody.
Zeke.
See,
How can you not love his character though? You
I was going to go with Zeke, but the coach,
know? Ooh.
Robert Patrick.
Ooh,
Even
Yeah.
that scene where the kid comes up to him in the pool and he's like, "I'm not playing footy anymore." He's like, "Oh, that's cool with me." And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "Well, what do you want me to fucking say?" You know, like I thought that was really cool.
No, I like that scene a
Catch
lot
your
too.
personality.
Because especially like you would expect him to get reamed the fuck out, but the fact he's like, go ahead, man. You want to do it?
But if he wasn't possessed, he would have reamed him out.
Oh, absolutely. There's no way he wouldn't have. Star quarterback, dude. Especially what they say, like the biggest game was coming right up.
Yeah, it's the only team
I'm gonna go with Jon Stewart
Ooh.
as the teacher,
I did like Jon Stewart.
just because he would have been a great fucking teacher.
I just love the part where he's fucking around with
would've.
the alien and it bites him, and
He's like,
Yeah.
I'm okay.
nobody even cares, and he's like, "I'm okay."
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Has teeth? Where did I get teeth?
I agree
Go
with Gene. Like, I don't know. I liked Zeke a lot, but for some reason, I felt like my favorite was Stan. I don't really know how to put a finger on it. I don't know. I just liked the quarterback that was like, I'm sick of being the stereotypical quarterback, and I want to have a different life. I don't know.
Reminded me a
Alright.
little bit of Emilio Estevez's character in Breakfast Club a little bit. He
Yeah.
was sort of standoffish about his persona, I guess.
And I like that actor. So
Yeah, he did. They all did very well.
Speaking of the Breakfast Club, so every Friday, me and the wife sit here and we turn on Pluto TV after we send the kids to school, and we watch like hours of Degrassi on Pluto. And we watched an episode the other day that was a total Breakfast Club ripoff episode from start to finish. It's just like a half dozen kids thrown in detention on a Saturday.
Nice.
You know what? We never had Saturday detention, so that was always a
I don't know of
weird,
anybody
odd
that ever had
concept.
Saturday detention. I've never heard of that.
I know
Wonderful.
plenty of kids who did.
Scoob said,
I did,
yeah, our school never had that shit, and nobody around us did. So I always thought,
and we got paddled.
Nice.
we never got paddled, but we did have a math teacher in 6th grade that had paddles up on his thing, just as a
Gene
Maybe.
mentioned Spike and OG Degrassi. She's in the newer, not the new episodes, but the next generation, whatever, as a total MILF.
Nice.
You know what? I don't even know.
I like
what
it when
Degrassi
shows come
is,
back.
dude. I've heard it many times.
Didn't Drake get shot in that show? Good. Fuck Drake.
The singer Drake?
Yeah, fuck him. I'll fight him.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. I'm also going Zeke, by the way, so just throw that out. Was it scary?
Not really.
No.
No.
It was a teen,
For me,
it
yes,
was a teen horror
because
movie, but
I say yes because one, I find alien invasion movies like that terrifying
the idea
because
of
I feel that if aliens are ever gonna come, that's how they're gonna come.
Just wait until we get to Body Snatchers, then both of them.
Yeah, the remake.
The remake scared
Right,
the
dude.
piss out of me when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
especially the ending,
I
just with that
I was
scream,
afraid to
like-
go to sleep. I thought I was going to wake up as an alien.
Wake up as a pod.
Yeah,
You
Right.
never would have woken up.
true.
I'm excited to watch that.
What are you
I
going to
bet
do?
I bet them
Wake
pods are
up.
comfy though, man. I bet that's some really good sleep. Just saying. All right. Does it hold up today? I'm going to say 98% of it does, minus the CGI that still holds it with the time.
Yeah.
Well, and then the whole banging the teacher thing too, just kind of
Yeah, it's a little.
And some stuff in
it's kind of
Like you wouldn't
it's a
have
great
tried
thing
to
for-
bang her
no,
if you were
listen.
him.
Listen, yes,
Exactly.
definitely, but that was 18-year-old Steve. Almost 42-year-old Steve
Would still bang her.
has worked in schools. I'd still bang her. Don't get me wrong. I'd still bang her, but it's just kind of some of the things really don't sit well with society now.
I get that, but you know,
But-
there's double standards.
But the movie still holds
There's
up.
double standards in everything, regardless of if people like it or not. Yeah.
Like flip it. If it was a male teacher,
yeah, I know, but even if you still flipped it back, for some reason, it's still just like, yep, dude, whatever. He's 18 anyway. Like Chad said, he got held back already. He shouldn't even be in high school anymore. So he's completely good.
The
to go.
funny thing is, I feel like he held himself back. For what
He
reason?
probably
I don't
did,
know.
dude. It's probably like Van Wilder, man, where he just doesn't want to graduate
Yeah,
because
'cause
he's having a good time.
Yeah, because what's her name? Miss Burke even tells him you could have done summer school and finished your finals. She's
well,
like, "What about?"
even you see that he's smart when he's in science class because he's answering all of the questions. He knows shit that some of the other students don't even fucking know.
I mean, the dude's got his own lab in his fuck. I mean, it would be
Yeah.
a math lab.
Dude, when he,
Makes all this money.
when he answers Miss Burke's
The
question
scat
about
lab.
Robinson Crusoe, he
Yeah.
completely blew her mind because he brought up something that she never even considered.
Yeah,
He was a
calluses.
fucking literature teacher.
Alice.
Steven said, I wouldn't graduate if Famke was my teacher either. Fucking hell yeah.
That could,
Heard,
that
brother.
could be why.
Fair
Her.
enough. Fair enough. Okay. How was the acting?
Very, very,
Very good.
Very good.
Cinematography.
I thought it was pretty decent in those dark
Yeah.
scenes, especially.
Mhm.
Especially the scene where Casey's running from the alien queen at the end under the bleachers.
That was good. That was intense.
Yeah,
That was
like,
particularly well shot.
yep.
But even like I said, all the scenes where if you pay attention to it and it's pointing at Mary Beth the entire time, like telling you it's her, but you don't realize that that's what they're doing.
Right. Which is good.
I love
Like, that's
that
how
part,
it
too.
should be, man.
Yeah.
That's just means
Yeah.
it was well written. All righty. Did we like the premise? I'm gonna
Love
say
it.
yep.
Yes.
Love
Yeah.
Alien.
I mean, fuck, dude. We all like the thing. So it makes sense.
As long as it didn't go in through my ear or my butthole, we're good. Take me over.
God.
So it can go through your eye. You're okay with that?
What about your dick hole?
I mean, I don't think it would try to.
I'd almost rather have somebody.
Oh, my dick hole. Don't let my dick hole either.
Like that little parasitic fish.
Oh,
over in Amazon.
That's why I don't pee in
Not,
water.
not this man's peeing too.
I know it's in the Amazon, but that's
Amazon.
why I refuse to pee in water.
Fucking right. That's all I can think of is now the fucking Rock and
The
goddamn.
rundown.
Not this man's peeing too. Fucking
Oh,
love
that
it.
is such a funny
Little
movie.
thunder, little lightning.
I love that movie.
All right. Was the climax satisfying? I'm gonna say fucking right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mom,
yeah,
yes,
definitely.
except for Delilah ending up with Casey.
And how the
Yes.
fuck did he end up on Time Magazine over some bullshit theory where there's no proof after everything dissolves? What the? It's
Movie
lame. as-
magic, baby.
And that was lame as fuck. That was lame as fuck. But I don't count that as the climax. I see the climax being where the alien
Yeah.
spits.
That's,
the shit
that's
in
what
his face
I'm
and he-
looking at.
Yeah, yeah.
And
good
that
point.
satisfying was
It was.
it was an explosion in his face.
Yep.
So yes, it was satisfying.
Yeah, like the teen ending that we got, I could give a shit either way, dude. I don't
Yeah.
need to I don't need to know that all these couples like swapped and now they're all together in different
And
ways.
by the way, what a downgrade for Stokely at the end. I
Yeah.
like her better all emo.
Oh, I was like, wait, why? Who was she with in the
Oh,
beginning? I was like,
I don't mean it. No, I
you
mean
in the
just the
beginning,
way,
yeah.
she, just the way she looked.
yeah,
yeah, dude, stop. That was the problem with Breakfast Club. Stop turning the goth girls anti-goth. Leave them fucking goth or hot.
What if? Hold on.
Wow.
What if she was infected with another queen?
You sick son of a bitch.
Like a pastel queen. Like,
Well, no, because you gotta remember, it makes you be what you really want to be. And she said that she was only dressing like that because she didn't want to have friends. She didn't care about people, whatever. What if she was infected with another queen?
I don't think so. I think,
I
it was
think
just
it's
the fact
more
that
just
they all
because-
worked together and became friends as a result of this.
The fact that what's his name like completely flipped up his life.
Yeah, and she was in love with him the whole time.
It's
Anyway.
exactly like the Breakfast Club. The jock
Yeah.
ends up with the misfit.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What if the alien was in Breakfast Club?
It was the teacher. Yeah, dude.
Horns,
That's the
motherfucker.
bull, you get the horns.
That's right. All righty. Recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
Rewind.
Rewind.
Rewind and
Rewind. I
Rewind.
watched this over and over.
All right. Unanimous across the board. What would we think about a reboot or a remake of this?
No.
I would not want a remake because they'll fuck it up.
Yep.
Reboot. If you give me all the original cast and somehow there was one that survived in underground somehow or something and started infecting the town again, maybe.
You could have a
But I feel like they would fuck it up anyways.
it'd be like a spin-off series
No,
with
I
Casey,
leave it the way it
like
is.
the X-Files.
I'm just thinking, like, I would. The only reason I would say remake is because I would like to see where they could go with the monster and the CGI of all the. Like, I feel like we can get some nastier gore effects, or
Maybe
with
it happened in various towns, and
Right.
not just this one town. Maybe like because they were leaving the planet that dried out. Maybe there was a couple that sort of
Yeah,
branched out across the
Look,
world.
Superman wasn't the only Kryptonian that got away, so why would this alien be the only one that got away?
right. I love how it starts off with one, and then there's like, oh yeah, all these other people escaped too. It's just part of their stories. I mean, it would be cool to almost see. I mean, the ending is like everybody, obviously, all the aliens die, but it would have been cool to maybe see a little bit more of that other town getting infected, the other football team, and shit like that.
I would want to see if they remade it. I would want to see that creature leaving the planet because I want to know how the fuck it got here.
Yeah. Ah,
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't think. Is it intelligent enough to actually make like a craft, or did it just like ride
It would almost have to.
right here? Like,
Almost have to be smart enough to have a craft.
you would think, right? Is like Men in Black, where it's a giant cockroach, but it's in its own craft. It still got something.
And were they able to transform into humanoid forms even on their planet because they're like an ancient civilization that had already crossed paths with humans before? And like what? I need more from the alien. I need to know the backstory of this fucking
All
thing.
you need to know is Jay would totally fuck it.
Yeah, he would.
Before we
fucked the Martian once.
before we even had the backstory behind this, I was asking questions like in that scene with the science teacher, because he starts to say it's like a parasite, of course, but it comes from the kidney of something, like the parasite that lives in the kidney of
Whoa, you scared the shit out of me.
creature that lives in the ocean. So I think that'd be an interesting idea that it just formed from a creature in the ocean, because we obviously don't know what the fuck's down there.
I mean, he
I
did
was-
say it was
Yeah.
squid-like, so it's possible.
I was actually going to say, I like
So
the idea
it
that
can't-
maybe it is not from outer space.
Yeah, it could be on this earth, and we just don't know about this unknown creature that lives with us this whole fucking time. But it
Which-
sort of just got retracted from the kidney base as a parasite, maybe infected a fisherman or something. I don't fucking know. And then that's when it just sort of branched out.
Which would actually make a lot of sense because, it needs water. I mean, if a planet dried up, I don't know. If a planet dried up, how long is it going to stay in space?
Well, the other thing is too, on that planet, was it just all water, or did it actually have human-esque type humanoids?
Right.
where-
That's
So like,
what
what
I'm
if it took
saying.
over
Over on that
another
planet.
humanoid, and then okay, I can
on
see
that
that.
planet?
Yes, Glenn, you should watch
Glenn,
it.
you should totally
Yes,
watch
Glenn,
it.
you have to watch
Oh
it.
yeah,
It's an enjoyable
Oh, buddy,
flick.
Glenn. Hi, Glenn.
Hell yeah. All right, so let's rate this biatch. And yeah. Heather, what do you got for me out of 5?
I was gonna go 4.2.
4.2. All righty. Rody?
Fuck. I had a few questions about this film, but considering that we didn't even have a bad scene in this film, I'm going to have to give it a 4.5.
Bam.
Alrighty. Solid. Rich, I see your 3.6 down there. Hell yeah, good score. Bob?
I'm going to agree right with Brody at 4.5. Not a bad scene.
Nice.
It's right there.
4.5. All right. Scuba.
4.5 was my score from the get-go.
Wow. All right. Shad Daddy.
I can't disagree with that. This is still a really solid flick. It holds up extremely well. 4.5.
God damn. All right. You guys are just throwing me in a boat here at this point. No, it's solid, man. I mean, like Brody mentioned, I couldn't even come up with a fucking bad scene for this, dude. Like, even just trying to like be like, all right, maybe this one. No, dude, nothing's really that bad. Everything works well and helps push to the next scene.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have to agree with my homies. 4.5.
All right.
Ride that bitch by 6. So 4.45. So 4.5.
4.5.
Hey,
Nice.
Right.
Brody called
on.
it again.
All righty. So
Been a while.
that's pretty solid. 4.5 for 1998's The Faculty
Hell yeah.
with 6 hosts coming. So I would say that's pretty solid for sure. Shad Daddy, what are we covering next week, homie?
Next week is the original version of Five Nights at Freddy's, Willy's Wonderland.
Oh, I have not watched this yet.
I've never watched it.
I'm a noob as well, so we're all.
I have to
luck.
admit, I started to watch it once and got bored and never finished it.
You have to finish it.
I think I'm gonna like it, so
It is
now I'll have to finish it.
fucking awesome.
Oh, shit.
Good.
Rich, thank you for joining us. Heather,
Yes.
happy early birthday.
Yeah, happy early
Yes,
birthday.
happy early birthday.
Birthday.
Although I'm sure we will be reminded and tell you, wish you a happy birthday in the chat or text or whatever.
Absolutely.
Are you a Pisces or Aquarius?
Aquarius.
Age of Aquarius.
She's an
Sorry.
aquarium.
I don't
Well,
believe in any of that
You
stuff.
just missed it by a few days.
All right, so Willy's Wonderland you can watch on Hulu, Fubo,
Apparently, Gene does not like
Philo,
Willy's Wonderland.
Tubi,
Not to be.
Sling, Roku. Man, it is everywhere for free. Redbox, Crackle, Plex. And
It's on demand for free too.
Fucking
Watching Nicolas Cage kick fucking
Listen,
animatronic ass is great.
You already sold me with Nick Cage in a movie anyway.
Yeah, I
It's
love-
good,
yeah.
dude.
I'm not a big
Fucking
Nick
A.
Cage fan.
And he does
I'm
not say
excited.
one fucking thing, not one word the entire fucking movie.
I've-
It's so great.
Really?
He doesn't really.
He does not say nothing.
I mean, he doesn't
the
talk a lot
entire
in
fucking
Mandy
movie.
though either, does he?
Nah.
Yeah, I didn't think he talked a lot in that. Maybe his scream in the begin or in the bathroom when he was getting drunk was fucking awesome. That's
And his other film, Pig, he says, fuck all.
Oh, Pig was good.
oh
Pig
yeah,
such a
that
good
was the
movie.
truffle hunting
Really
one, right?
I've
Yeah,
never even heard.
Yeah.
I forgot. I
I
haven't
still-
watched that one yet.
I still have to
That's
watch
the
Pig and Mandy. I'm behind.
I did not like the other one that came out the same year as Mandy. It was something into the dark. Or no. What the fuck?
Oh,
Wait,
Color Out of Space.
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
that
I
one.
love that movie.
I didn't care for that one as much. I don't
I
know.
gotta
That
watch
was
it. Nick Cage.
different.
Lovecraft. What's not to like?
I love that movie.
I don't know.
Dude, the
It
practical
was-
effects were epic.
Did we review it?
No.
No,
No.
No.
we haven't done.
No, but I have it. I found the Blu-ray at Walmart for like $5 once, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll buy it for $5.
I'm gonna watch these movies this week so I can see.
That
No,
was
I
on
remember-
my list of like 10 movies that I sent you a year or two ago.
I don't know. You couldn't quote me, but they were on Shutter last I knew. That's where I watched them. I don't know
They
if they're
probably
still on,
still are.
but- Alrighty, so that's solid. Willy's Wonderland next week. Is there anything nerdy that anybody would like to discuss while we're wrapping this shit up?
The
Okay.
trailer for Deadpool 3 definitely did not drop last night.
You mean Deadpool and Wolverine,
Oh,
baby?
I mean,
No, you mean
Wolverine,
Wolverine,
an
asshole.
Wade and Logan.
But I'm okay with that. We don't need a big trailer. Not that there hasn't been a lot released already, but
It's only February. It comes out in July, so there's going to be a
Yeah, we'll get a full
yeah,
trailer. But-
you'll get the whole movie in 2 minutes, and then we'll see. Like, oh yeah, this was there. This, you know. you don't need
I
that.
love the little, the teaser that we got.
Yes.
It was solid.
It's a fun, solid teaser. I love that it's tying into Loki. I was watching TikTok videos of people that have already been like taking it frame by frame.
Oh
and
God.
they show one of the comics when Deadpool gets thrown. There's a comic book laying next to him, and it's the Secret Wars cover that has Doctor Doom on it.
Nice.
So, is it teasing Doctor Doom? I don't know, but we know we're gonna get Doctor Doom soon enough, so I'm excited.
well, obviously because we're
And-
getting an Avengers Secret Wars movie, and it's going to have to feature
Yeah.
Doom as the
How many Disney jokes though are we getting in this?
Oh, we're gonna get a fuck ton of Disney.
Because I mean, we got
There's
it
gonna
right
be
in the
so
first
many.
3 seconds of the fucking teaser.
yeah.
This is
There's
the
gonna
first
be a
time for
fuck ton.
Disney.
Uh, And I'm really hoping the scene where Deadpool's getting his ass handed to him, he's fighting the Hulk, because that was one of the rumors, is that he's going to be fighting
No,
a
that's
variant of the Hulk.
Well,
That's
that'd be awesome
Wolverine.
if like they dropped him in the old Wolverine versus the Hulk, like where Wolverine's hunting him in Canada. Like that'd be fucking dope. That's how they. That's
Hey,
how
I've seen a behind the scenes video of what you're talking about when he gets thrown through the wall. Is that the scene?
Yeah.
That's actually
Yeah.
Wolverine. So one of
Oh,
the
shit.
spoilers from the behind the scenes videos that I've seen is actually Hugh Jackman had an arm, and then they must frame it in a way that it's meant to be Deadpool's arm. So when they throw him, they pull Deadpool through the brick wall, and so that's their fight. It's right near the
doesn't that
20th
show? That's the
century.
one in the teaser, right? When it shows his like shadow
Yeah.
over top of him.
Yeah, so that whole fight scene is the introduction to Wolverine, I'm assuming, because when he's got the guns and the clips go in, he's shooting him, and then if you look at the behind the scenes photos, you'll see there's like a few bullet holes on Wolverine's chest. So that whole scene will be just those two fighting, probably for the
Fucking
first
A,
time.
man.
I just like it that he calls himself Jesus.
Marvel
Right?
Jesus.
Marvel Jesus.
Marvel Jesus. I mean, and in a way, if you think about it, this movie's either going to make or fucking break whatever saga
It'll
they have
make.
fucking working.
It'll make.
Because the up until
It's gonna
This,
make
I
him
mean-
money. That's for sure.
Oh, fuck
Marvel's been all over the fucking place with this fucking
Bro.
saga that they have going on, and if Deadpool can tie it all down and fucking get us back on track, I am all fucking for it.
I mean, he
They get-
cleaned up all the timelines in the last one, right? So you know,
I hope that comes into play.
I think it
that
does. I
comes
think
into
that's why
play.
the
Yeah.
TVA's after him.
Well, that's
Yeah.
how everyone's back, obviously, for this as well.
Hey, Peter's
Yeah.
back. I'm happy. My boy Peter's
Yep.
back.
Yeah.
right? Fucking A, bro.
He went home. He went home.
What's your special power?
Was there anything else nerdy?
Okay, so I can't get into too much fucking detail about it, but
But
I will be voicing a villain in a video game that's coming out for PS5, Xbox, and PC.
nice.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
buddy.
I will be the main villain. It's going to be an online, or it's going to be a MMORPG. Very much inspired by like D&D and Elder Scrolls and things like that. And I had my audition and meeting with the video game company on Saturday,
Fuck
and
yeah.
I will be the demon lord in the video game.
Nice.
Fucking nice.
Awesome.
Was that
So what's the name of the game?
I can't say the name of the game
Damn it.
yet.
NDA.
I was trying to set you up.
But we're working on the trailer for the game, which I will be doing the voiceover for
Nice,
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
in the Demon
That's
Lord
awesome,
voice.
It's
homie.
gonna be awesome.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Thank
bro.
you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking cool. It's crazy. And they pretty much messaged me because they saw one of my TikTok voice acting challenges. There's these
I remember you
this
doing
guy that
those.
throws out-
Yeah.
Yeah. So they saw that. They messaged me. I thought it was complete bullshit because it was last month or whatever. I didn't think anything of it. And yeah, it turns out it wasn't. Yeah,
That's awesome,
it's
dude.
fucking crazy.
It's
Yeah.
awesome, homie. Congratulations, bud.
Fuck
And
yeah.
hopefully the
awesome,
game
bro.
does the game does very, very well. I'm hoping it goes, it's one of those games that it's going to be from a new studio that broke off of a bigger studio, and I'm hoping it's a hit for them, because if it's a hit for them, it's a hit for my pocket, because I get residuals from the game. So
And then we can get
nice.
Barry and Steve for Mortal Kombat.
Fucking right, dude.
Eee.
Be dope.
And then we're all friends. We all know a celebrity.
Have Steve
Let's
fighting
see.
Sub-Zero. That'd be fucking awesome.
Right. See, what else we have in nerd news? Oh, and sad news,
Johnny.
anime fans. If you had the Funimation app or anything owned on Funimation, you just got royally fucked by the merger of Crunchyroll. And here is another story that literally just ends to the point of buy physical.
Yep.
Buy physical.
The thing is though about that with Funimation is you couldn't just buy digital. You had to have the physical copy and redeem the digital code. So they already own it anyway.
Which is good, and that's
Yeah.
the way like it should be. But it just seems like this issue has been popping up quite a bit.
It has
On
and
a lot of different fronts.
That's why I'm predicting you're going to see a huge resurgence in physical media within the next year or two.
But I think you're going to see it in a different retail sense than what we're used to, because obviously all our big retailer stores have dipped out. I think you're going to see
I think they're going to realize they made a huge mistake, get rid of the aisles and aisles of Funko Pops and bring physical back into their stores.
I
They'd be
think
smart.
Chad's right, and I stand with that.
That would be cool.
At the same time, I will also say great sadness for myself is Xbox finally admitted defeat. And yeah, man, there's not going to be any more fucking Xboxes after a while.
Damn, was that legit?
Bro, they want to just bring Game Pass.
I think they backtracked that.
I hope they do, but I do understand because like I started looking at the bigger picture. Xbox or Microsoft in itself, out of 4 systems, has not made any money on any systems. Dude, if you've been losing out since 2000 on Xbox and you're now in 2024, that's, you know what I mean? Like,
that's not just them. Sony sells their PlayStations at a loss. They make their money back in games and software.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Sony actually has the games in order to do that. Microsoft does not. And every time Microsoft buys a studio, that studio ends up releasing some kind of shit anyways. On the flip, as much as it makes me sad because I've always been an Xbox dude, I will say on the flip side, if it goes to where they just make Game Pass or it's on PC, PlayStation, and Switch, that's still cool, man, because I'm still going to be a Nintendo boy. So for the handheld wise, that's going to be dope. But I don't know. It was sad, man. And I don't think you'd see any other company really try to bring in a third system to try to compete.
No.
Who would you?
Not at all.
Dude, I mean, if Microsoft has their money and they still can't fucking do it, who would you even have?
Disney will figure something out.
Yeah.
Disney would be the ones to come up with
because nobody
their own
thought
thing.
Sony would come
do
up with a
theirs.
video game platform.
Yeah. Dude, this is what I'm saying, man. This is the time where Sega makes the comeback. Let's do it.
I would
Oh,
fucking
hell yeah.
Sega comes back, bro, and just fucking blows it out of the water. They're like, yo, man, Dreamcast 2. Fuck it. They just-
Dude.
I would
Dude,
buy
and
that
they-
in a heartbeat.
And they
Sega Saturn
they
2.
could easily go back to cartridge based because you can actually fit more on like a USB card.
Yep. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Especially, well, I mean, look at Switches, dude. Everything, everything's a little fucking USB. So, but yeah, man, that was sad news for me, at least. Anything else nerdy before we wrap this shit up?
I got nothing.
Nothing.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Cool. So next week, once again, Willy's Wonderland, Scoob's pick. We are going to, we're going to have a fun time. Heather, you want to start us off on our sign out?
All right, this is Heather, your redhead of the dead, saying I'll eat your brains later.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is your fucking DKB all the way from the land down under saying I'll catch you mother lickers next fucking week.
Mm-hmm.
This is your killing machine, Bobby Moon, saying we'll see you next week for Willy's Wonderland. And wrap your Willy tight, please.
Ooh. This is your host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the duke of the dead, Lord Scuba Cabra, saying, see you next week.
And Charlie too.
And Charlie, too.
Charlie, too.
And Charlie too.
Sweet. And this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, way down yonder in the Chattahoochee, saying, join us next week for some sweet, sweet Nicolas Cage goodness for Willy's Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Greatest actor of all time.
Woo!
And I'm your not so mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode. Thank you, Brody and Heather, for joining us as well.
Yes.
Thank
Glad
you
to
for
have
having
you
us.
We
guys.
love having you guys.
Thank you.
Other than
Love
that,
being here.
check out Willy's Wonderland. It's on a lot of different fucking platforms, unless you already have.
I just noticed that every time they're on here, our ginger quotient goes way up.
Yeah, it does.
2 gingers. I love it.
That's
You
true.
soulless fucks.
That is very true.
Fucking ranger.
Fucking A. And, once again, Gorehounds, like I said, thank you for joining us. Join us next week, same time, same place. You know it. Hit us up on Instagram. Hit us up on the discussion page if you can. Whatever, any topics, we don't give a shit. It's all game. And last but not least, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Suck
Hey, Uber.
my
Alien
gooch.
penis.
Cayugar.